I'm actually happy you're here today.
Really?
Yes, because I'm tired of shit, right?
Yeah, and I'm overstimulated.
So and I told him before we got on, I was like, bro, like, why you always in sync with me? Because the last time this happened, we were at somebody else's pod, and I was like, bro, I thought he was gonna carry the torch, but no, he had low energy too. So we just look like two like bum ass podcasters trying to like promote our podcast, looking trash as shit.
Oh goodness!
But it's good though. I think our better episodes are female guests.
Yes.
Driven.
Well, duh.
Yeah, all the ones that all the love that we've gotten from like previous female guests. Yeah. They get tired of our patriarchy.
They said, and they
what
said,
it
hey,
is.
oh, you have a female guest? Please don't spend the whole time arguing with her.
No.
You know, it's funny that you said that because coming into here, I really, just because I know our dynamic too, and we're a lot older now. I really was like, I want to be centered. I don't want to argue. I want to have graceful debate. Possibly.
Okay, can I uncenter you real quick?
Absolutely not.
I want you to go back to that question you asked off mic and finish it.
What question did I ask?
Something about an ex and pulling up to the house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was wondering. I was just curious if
You want to know how crazy she sounds.
you know.
Not that I've done this or anything.
Yeah.
You don't even know what I'm about to say. I
Go
was
for
just
it.
wondering
My bad.
Okay.
if anybody else, when you happen to drive by a significant ex's, do you look at the house? Because I have an ex who was significant. We used to live together. And for years, I used to look at that motherfucker's house. You know, he lived off in a main street off of, we'll leave it anonymous because San Diego's small. But so I would always look. But I found myself in the last year, I stopped looking. So I wonder if there is, like, once you really let go, or I don't know, what is it?
Hey, that's the wrong man to ask because
You be house looking, huh?
He'll
You're
look.
a house
He's
looker.
look.
You're
No,
for sure a house looker.
Bro's he's like an indoor like empath.
No, the
Like the ones that like watch it, just like watch things unfold, but he just feels it inside, but it's like a blank look.
Why I started laughing was because, dang, I wish he was a listener. Because if he was like me and I heard her say that, I would text her.
Wish who was a listener?
You think you moved on? Like, nah. let me just pop right back up real quick.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Everything good?
Hit you with a real quick. I miss you.
How's your mama doing? How's your mom doing?
Hey, did you accidentally?
Wait, you didn't answer her question.
Yeah.
Or you was telling another
No,
joke?
I ain't got no exes.
Oh.
But it doesn't even have to be an ex. It could be
Yeah,
Well,
anybody.
he just
that's
explained that I do that shit to my mom's house. She's kind of like an ex. Like that.
He like, yo, I be talking and it's womp, right when we pass by the street, he just lock in, just. I was like,
If I lived on this street for 20 some odd years,
Yeah.
and it don't matter when I was living here, when we was talking, don't matter whatever it is.
you just like to see how that
Pass
block
by
was.
it is
Yeah.
because if I was living there, especially, and I'm driving, but I'm not going home because I'm going up for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what's popping on the block real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a habit.
Would you move back if you could?
Move back where?
Like in that house?
In that house with her?
No. She be gone.
Oh, she
be
gone.
Yeah, she be gone. This is like years down the line.
I don't know. That's kind of like, well, shit. I might.
Because you're a nostalgic guy.
I might have to.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it's expensive out here, bro.
I might have to now. But
I'm not doing it. I need a clean slate somewhere.
yeah, it'd definitely be kind of like a little reactive. I'd have to definitely be a therapist on call.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
before I do this, or, why am I feeling this?
You was about to say something. What were you gonna say?
Oh, on the opposite end, is there anywhere you intentionally don't look? Because I know there's motherfuckers who's I don't look. Their places of work, where they lived, maybe if we frequent there. I'm like, if I know it's coming up in my psyche or just, I'm like, intentionally like, bitch, don't you even side eye over there.
You know, it's a tough one for me because I think all the girls that I like, they all lived in vast areas, right? The girls that I at least talk to out here, right? So, like, I'll think about it, like, fleeting thoughts, like, oh, this is where I used to go to such and such, but I never crossed by, like, in front of their house or nothing like that.
Okay.
Like, it's more like, and if I did,
Would you look?
I don't think I would look.
Would you intentionally tell yourself not to look?
Look means I care.
I haven't been back to I can't go back to my old street right now.
Yeah, but you look because you care.
No, I haven't looked.
But do you not look because you
Oh,
can't?
you talk about the last old street.
Yes.
Oh, I'm still thinking you talking about your mom's house.
No, I'm on this street. I have to be on this street.
Yeah.
Unless I hop the church fence over there.
Would you avoid driving by there too if you had to? Well, there's no reason to stop in there.
There was a lot to that sentence that I can.
I know, because I'm thinking about like where it was in connection to like where the school is and everything else.
Yeah.
So, but I'm like, there's no reason for you to go through that street.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Like,
I don't need to. I don't run past it.
Yeah.
I don't need to.
Or any other subsequent streets. You just use the main streets the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's get to the music, because like they're probably wondering, like, we've been talking for 5 minutes and not knowing who the hell she is, what the hell's going on. They like, yo, they giving us an episode now. I'll give you a cue. They're like, yo, they about to say, oh, sorry, we're not gonna be on the mic. Took time to upload it. Listen, I don't care.
We do what
You be
we
at your
want.
mama's house, your grandmama's house, your auntie's house. You could be outside enjoying this nice, beautiful weather we got by 11 o'clock, but then it's cold again by 5. I'm kicking it to you right with the nice, cool vibes, soft tone. You could be anywhere in the world, but you here with us. Thank you. This might be your best little. That shit roll. It rolled with the move. You could be. I know you missed it. You missing the beat though. Oh, that's why explosive. I never knew that. That's a sample.
No, I can hear it coming from his headphone, and now I realize.
You hear what it is?
Like, this is my dad's favorite album.
That's crazy. Don't worry, we don't use these for anything else. I only listen to it. Hey, that was another point of contention.
He got to get that disclaimer off.
Yeah. There's a few things I got to do.
Lay down the laws. Oh wait, there is no
I should
law.
have more time to do what I need to do.
The coins are a form of imperial propaganda. But something changed.
You ain't gonna notice.
Someone, I feel like it's one of those ones you don't touch.
It connected his palace in the Roman forum.
Okay, they changed the beat, all right.
The temple of Castor.
Exactly. And these coins that he's spending there for
Sound like Freddie Gibbs.
It is.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna know who it is. Shut up,
I'm saying you're
man.
not gonna know this one because
I didn't know this one. I thought you
before
were
you
talking
knew
about
who
the
he
artist.
Has been
Who's
studied
Freddie
in the
Gibbs?
Roman forum area for more than 35 years. So, according to Suetonius, Caligula.
Yes. I want to welcome y'all to the You Wasn't Outside podcast on the Grown Folks Podcast Network. I'm one of your hosts, not doing the most normal ass Carl. To my front. You was shaking like you needed me to do a dramatic pause to save you some time.
Out, so
exactly. You see how we're connected? We're connected like that. To my front, I have my man at Just Lex, and together we form two motherfuckers that don't know what the hell they doing. Go ahead, man.
Hey.
There it is.
And
I
dyslexia.
need you. You know what? We just got to find something new. And we got Juicy J with us, man. You want me to call you that?
You know.
Shut the fuck up!
All right, you feel like?
Ain't that his tag?
Wait a minute, but she acting like she don't want to be called that. So wait a minute.
How'd you know I didn't say nothing?
That's because it was like the snapback. It was
How'd
like,
you know? That was
it's like
good.
cocooning, like a butterfly effect. Like, no, wait a minute, I'm past that. You don't have to call me that.
I don't know.
What are your names today?
What are my names and my pronouns?
Yeah, I gotta make sure I hit that off. I've never asked nobody that.
You should.
Oh, let's get into that. We'll get into that. I want to talk to somebody about that who was on the other
good
side.
Lord.
So what are we calling you?
You can call me Jay, but yes,
Jay.
my name is Jasenia.
There we
Some
go.
people call me Juicy. Some people call me Jay.
Yeah, I'm
Some people
I'm
call
from
me
the old
Juicy
school
Jay.
where that's what I'm saying. And we just wanted to make sure.
Thank you for
So wait a
checking
minute,
in.
I have to ask people what their pronouns are.
You don't have to. You don't have to. But it is a way to show respect and to extend, to let people know this is a safe place and to extend inclusivity. It kind of sets the tone.
That's a lot. Okay, wait a minute. Wait.
But I mean, you don't have to.
My inclusivity is that I don't care what or who you are.
Yeah.
What is that a sign of respect too?
The
though?
only reason why people suggest saying your pronouns on the top is because maybe you assume my pronouns are she and her because of the way I present.
Yes.
But maybe my pronouns are he and him or they or them. And so instead of while we're in conversation and I'm like, yeah, him over there, and misgendering him or not using the pronouns that he even wants me to use them, avoiding that, if I know from the top, then I can try to work it into my vocabulary. It's not about being politically correct. It's literally just about, for me, I like people to know where I stand and that I'm safe no matter where I'm at. So I kind of put it in there because then people know where they can be. And if someone happens to identify as transgender, non-binary, LGBTQ, they immediately know by my language that like, oh, she's on and popping, she's lit, she's with it, she's gonna be cool, you know?
That's like when I be like, yo, what's up, man?
Yeah.
I was up, man. Some women too, though. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Well, you
like,
know, that's
like it's a figure of
that's a
speech
little
type
bit,
of thing.
yeah,
You
exactly.
get what I'm
That's a
saying?
little extreme. That's a little extreme.
Yeah, like if I
hate-
walk away from the group of all women, see you guys later.
Yeah, well, you
Yeah.
guys are using like those examples don't really.
Are
they
you
don't
sure?
Really correlate. Yeah, because that's a pronoun. You're asking me I'm telling you how I identify. If we're using casual lingo,
you know what, though?
Hey guys, all right guys, bye. Like no one's gonna be upset about
I
that.
stay away from that type of conversations, though.
Yeah.
Like that. Like I can get around. This is so funny to say this. There's a lot of people I don't remember their name.
Yeah.
Right.
Same.
So I can survive a 45-minute to an hour conversation
Absolutely.
without having to say someone's name.
Yep.
When I go to the golf course, they're like, Carl. Now it's like, yo, you remember me for very specific reasons, right?
'cause you black,
Yeah, I'm a
playing
black
golf.
dude, and I'm good, right? So it's like,
I don't
yo,
know.
And I'm good.
Bro,
Because you good or because you black on the golf
where
course?
my handicap is, I'm in the top like 10% of golfers in the country.
Oh.
It's hard. Golf
Good
is
for
that
you.
hard. I'm serious. Like it's not even a joke. We were just talking about that today on the course. I don't want to get lost in that part, but I'm talking about like, hey, what's up, dude? How you been? Oh, that's cool, man.
I haven't
Hey,
said what's up, dude.
hey,
in
but
a long-
hey, brother, I hit him with that. Hey, brother, how
Yeah.
you doing, man? Like, there's a dude that I think he with the Steel Canyon or whatever, light skinned dude, and I think he knows our circles, right? But he just he knows Matt and all them too,
Yeah.
and he be talking, and I be like, bro, I do not remember your name. It's been like 6 months, and I'm sure he doesn't remember mine either, and it's all right. Like that's old. Like
No, that's real.
that's hella
That's real.
washed. So
It's someone who's exhausted themselves getting along with every single type of person there is my whole life,
Exhausted, huh?
to the point where now it's like, ooh, your regular steez ain't good enough.
not about that.
You got to evolve and you got to change up the language. But I'm like, I already get along with everybody.
Yeah.
But now it ain't good enough.
Well, I, if you remember, play back, I literally said, like, you don't have to. It isn't like, I would never push that agenda. I'm saying it's a choice. I choose to do it, and I gave you guys really, I thought, clear reasons why.
Yeah.
But just because
No.
you don't choose to do it, I don't think it means you're being disrespectful.
No, that's what I
And
don't want it
think
to
if
come across,
Yeah,
you
and
know?
I don't think if you use general language like, hey guys, all right, dude, all right, bro, like, nobody's going to take offense to that because we all understand it, you know?
You know
So-
what I equated to? Like when we were at the airport, when we got back, my daughter was looking at this lady. She was burned, right? Like she had some severe burns.
Oh, okay.
And it looked like
I thought you meant like sunburn.
It looked it looked like intimate partner violence burn. Like
Oh,
it looked
damn.
bad.
Okay,
right?
like acid
And
or
she
some
was
shit.
she was just. I was like, yo, it's not kind to stare at people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my point in saying that is like I equated to like, yo, I don't want to notice that because I don't want that to be the one thing that shines out about you. It's like, yo, that you are quote unquote
Yeah.
different. You know what I mean?
But it's interesting that you even say that because working with the disabled community, the first thing they tell you, like in that example, like if your child is looking at someone who's a burn victim or clearly has some kind of disability, they actually encourage you not to say, don't stare, shy away from it. They encourage you to say, oh, you know what, baby? Like that looks like that person might have accidentally been burned and that's the skin boils up. And then they even, you have to read the room, but if it looks like you could walk them up and be like, introduce them to them, then it creates the space where
crazy.
people are.
I know.
It's not crazy.
The way my kids give it up? No.
Yeah, but instead of being like, because you're shunning people and you're like turning away, you're like, shh, don't be quiet, don't look. Yeah, you're trying not to be rude or make a scene.
I'm
but
saying
you're
I'm
not,
protecting them.
you're not empowering them. You're not like including them and telling them like, oh no, that person's different. This is why we shouldn't shy away from these people. They're just like us. They just look different.
We need more women on the pod.
I also assume
and I hope,
everybody's
like-
I didn't think we was
I
gonna
re-
cook this early.
I
We
didn't
need more
either, and
women.
I don't. And we can keep it light.
Hell
We can,
no,
and you know,
I'm having a great
I'm funny
time.
as fuck. You know, I'm
I
funny.
know,
I can be light. I can be vulgar.
Yo,
and I don't want to
John
press
Stockton
on you
is
guys.
taking the night off tonight. I'm
No, I'm
telling
not.
you.
I just assume everybody's sensitive. That's why I wouldn't expose
I
them.
do too. I assume
am
that same
really
thing.
sensitive, and I think most people knowing me that was like a word they would associate. But I've done a lot of work. But I also don't.
I meant
like,
the burn victims. Why I wouldn't introduce my kids to people.
Oh, really? What do you mean? What they're sensitive?
Like
the
when you
burn
say,
victims?
"Oh, they don't," you don't want people to feel shunned.
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, I'm protecting them because my kids, the way my kids give it up,
like asking questions and stuff.
Even if you're not sensitive, they're gonna
Or
start
I don't even want to
questioning
make the
themselves.
assumption
Yeah,
that they're
but-
comfortable with me even saying that, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Because
that's
now,
what I'm afraid
now
of.
it's like some circus shit.
But-
hey kids, come look at this.
But are you guys
Can they
speaking?
meet you? Can I meet you,
That's
kind
not
sir?
funny. I should be laughing, but
That's hilarious.
You know
But
what I
are
mean?
you
The way
guys
he said it,
speaking-
though.
Are you speaking from your reference of your own thoughts and assumptions, or are you speaking from a reference of actually speaking to people in this community and listening to their needs, their wants, and what they've expressed on how to handle the situation? I know it feels weird. I know what you're saying, but I'm telling you, the way of breaking through that is to tell your kids what the fuck they're looking at, and if you're comfortable, if it seems appropriate, introduce. If
No,
not,
yeah, I can
don't
tell them from a
invade.
distance, like, yo, shit
Yeah,
happened,
see?
whatever. But the whole walking up to introduce them, that's the part I'm having
that
trouble
sounds
with.
kind of crazy.
Don't you embarrass me? Don't you?
I gave her a nice hard nudge, I didn't think we would land there, man.
Yeah, like that scene of Little Rascals when they charge $5 to meet the
You
bearded
ain't
lady
shit.
and the
You
man
ain't
eating
shit.
chicken. That whole thing.
You ain't shit.
Bro, it's crazy. So,
That's how you break the freak show, is by not making it a freak show.
so Jay, how you been? Let's get
Oh, Lord.
That's a loaded ass question now, given the conversation we just had. Oh, I meant to tell you.
Huh.
So it's so hilarious. So back in the day, I'm talking about our relationship, how we know each other.
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
went
yeah.
to high school together, right?
Helix.
And then after that, I went to Fresno State, and then she ended up living in Visalia
And
for a
going
little
to
bit.
college to Koyas.
Yes, and so I would pick her up sometimes and then drive home because she'd be like, "Yo, split the gas, cool. I'm with you on that, broke college student." And then she'd be like, "Yo, whenever you coming back, just let me
Yep.
know." She was like, "Cause I'll figure it out,"
Yep.
and I'd let her know a day ahead of time, and then we drive back. So one day,
And that's
I
a long-ass drive.
It's a long
That's
ass
what,
5 hours,
6
Hell
hour
yeah,
drive?
man. Hell, and she stayed up.
I
every
wonder if
time.
you're telling I can't
Every
dog you
time-
out like
every
that.
time she stayed
I'm a
up.
roll dog.
Everybody else fucking sleep for 2 hours
Assholes.
or whatever. I would never make that drive again. I swear to God. I swear. But on one trip, I had a girlfriend at the time, right? And
remember
then I went to her. She didn't come down with us that time, right? But you had met her already.
Yes.
And so she didn't come down with us. So hey, Jay was like, "Yo, come get me," and I was like, "All right, cool." So then her mom wanted me to stop by the house and go get something and bring
Yes.
it back to her. So we go to like some little spot.
We
in
went
North
on a
Park
little
that-
mission.
Yeah, we went. I
We
had
saw
to go
your
get
mom.
you. Had to go get you.
Stop by mom's house before we
Exactly.
did.
And so we stop off like at the house, and her mom was looking in the car like, "Fuck is this in the car with you?" Right? And she called me later on. I was like, "Yo, why was your mom tripping? You didn't tell her that I was coming down?" She's like, "Yeah, she had no idea," and she just held that shit over my head for about a year, bro. Like, you had this girl in the car with you and all this other shit. I was like, "Yo, that's crazy." So
Dude.
yeah, but how you been?
No. I've been.
I know it's like we don't have a frame of reference.
In this moment, I'll speak from this point in time. I've been good.
There you go.
I've been good. I start a new job tomorrow.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. And you coming to rock with us instead of getting sleep.
what? Yeah, I know the timing, but I've been wanting to do this with you. So
Absolutely.
we're grown. We got to wake up early. It is what it is.
You got two new beautiful kids now.
I do. I'm a fresh mother of twins, a
Yeah.
boy and a girl.
How'd you feel when they told you, like, in the room, like, oh, it looks like there's 2 eggs in there?
I was fucking devastated. I felt like my life was over. Freedom. I'm locked up.
Yeah, that's true. And everything you do is in 2s now.
Everything.
Hey, yo, I used to think, like, treat them different was, like, a good thing. Nah, treat them the same. I want y'all to, like, the same sports.
Yeah.
Like read the same books, like, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Games.
Twins is crazy, especially if you didn't plan on getting pregnant in the first
Nah.
place.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
When they told me, it's interesting because when I went to I knew I was pregnant. I took an at-home pregnancy test. I knew I was pregnant, but I was severely sick. I had lost like 20 pounds. I was your color, and so my husband finally. It was true.
catching strays.
Pink.
I was literally pale, and so my husband finally convinced me to go in the emergency room. So I went into the emergency room telling them, like, look, I know because as soon as they find out you're pregnant, they treat you differently, right?
Right.
So I was like, look, I know I'm pregnant. I was also considering having an abortion. I was considering terminating the pregnancy. So I didn't want them to come back and think they were telling me news and congratulate me. So I made it very clear so they would handle my care the way I wanted. I'm pregnant. I'm terminating it. Possibly.
Right.
Stay. Keep your little smart ass.
Hey,
Nah, he didn't think you was gonna go there.
hey, Double homicide.
Okay, well, that's literally what saved my babies. I literally say my kids saved each other because I was struggling enough with the idea of terminating one baby. I've only been pregnant twice in my life. Once with my daughter Jaylee and once with my twins. And both times I did consider termination. So having an abortion at 32 years old, married, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot. But when I found out they were twins, I was like, I could barely fucking kill one of these little motherfuckers. How am I gonna off the two of them?
You see
These
where I'm
little
at?
niggas saved each other.
See where I'm at right
Like-
here? Where I'm at is go, dang, one, I don't know, two, hey, get that shit
That
the
would
fuck
have
up
been
out
the done deal.
Get him out of here.
Hey, Ben think differently.
Get 'em outta
I
here.
agree.
Turn on that Dyson vacuum
If
or
I
whatever
were
it
to
is
roll
you
the
You're
been
dice
doing.
with y'all,
terrible,
I
the
would agree with
dice.
that
Damn,
side.
we-
With that side.
But no, yeah, so I'm in there. I'm telling them, okay, look, I'm pregnant. I think I'm about terminating. Don't come at me crazy, blah, blah, blah. So they're like, all right. I thought I had like my appendix burst. You know, I was doing Dr. Google. So I go
Those
into
two of them
the...
motherfuckers karate chopping each
Dude,
other.
I go into the ultrasound. I tell the little she's a cute little white girl, probably like 21 years old, blonde. We're chopping it up. And I tell her, I'm like, look, you're going to see I'm pregnant. I'm probably going to terminate it, just so you know.
Right.
She ends up giving me a word, whatever. She's doing the lotion or the gel and she's scanning on me and she's hearing me tell her this information. And all of a sudden, you know, she's like, excuse me. And she abruptly leaves the room. I'm thinking this bitch is about to tell me I have cancer. And she's like, I need to speak to my supervisor. I'm like, oh, Lord.
That energy is kind of
You
crazy
know
if
what
you
I
don't tell
mean?
me what's going on. Yeah.
You don't tell me what the fuck is going on. But remind you, I just told her literally I'm going to have an abortion most
Yeah.
likely. And then she's like, oh, shit. So I guess she goes do whatever she does. A minute later, she comes in and she's like, sits down. Well, actually, it's twins.
That's crazy.
And I said, bitch, no. I said, are you fucking sure? That's what I said for her. And she pointed to the two little egg sacs or whatever the fuck they are at that point.
That's crazy.
And said, baby A and baby B.
Damn.
And here we go. Magic and Marvel, almost 2 years old. In
You know
July.
what's funny? If I had no kids, I'd be excited about twins.
Yeah.
But because no, I'm serious. Like I'm
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
But
You think?
what do you mean?
So my sister, right? She had a little trouble getting pregnant, right?
Okay.
So she took a minute, and then she called. She's like, "Yeah, I'm pregnant." I'm like, "For sure, we did it." That sounds crazy.
Yeah, what?
I didn't do shit.
Right.
I'm not from that part of the country. Anyway,
Whoa.
and then she goes, "Oh, it's twins." I said, "Oh, damn. That's almost, you planned for one, you having two. Now it's like, hey, can we do this?
Yeah. Shit just got real.
Do I gotta hit the GoFundMe, whatever it was?"
Exactly.
Nah, I'd
And
rather
she's like,
get-
"No, we got it." And I was like, "Oh, you know, you got two. And you're making up for lost time. You can just wrap it up."
How old is she?
When she was pregnant,
Yeah.
How old are them motherfuckers?
Because
right now?
that plays a crucial part. In
She was
things.
she was in her early 30s.
Oh, okay.
She had been trying for like 10 plus.
Oh, okay. So she's been with
So-
you for a minute.
Wow, that's
So,
amazing, actually.
And then all of a sudden, you know, not too long after, she calls me, "Hey, what's up?" "Yeah, we about to have another one."
Yeah, but I wouldn't have
One
another
or
one
two?
after that.
She wasn't trying to have another one.
Yeah, I would have tied. She would have.
So
She should have
then I
tied her tubes.
passed the collection plate around in the group chat in the family. "Hey, we get this bitch tube tied. It's an executive decision. Her body, our choice."
No.
I'm sick of baby showers. I'm sick.
No, her
Oh
body, our
shit,
joy.
that's funny as hell, man.
That's so funny because my family sat down
Yeah,
and
I
had a
bet
round table, and they were the opposite. They were like, "Keep your baby, we'll help you. Don't do it."
For real, that's crazy.
Yeah, we don't do it. You can do it. You're strong. I'm like,
And you
bitch, I'm
told-
not
and-
strong. I'm tired as
She
fuck.
said, "I'm not strong." It's crazy.
Bro, I'm tired, okay? The fuck?
I'm not strong. It's funny as hell. Hey, this the new society we live in is amazing. Like I think like people don't even fake shit anymore. Like I hate asking people how they do it. Like, hey man, how you doing? Fuck, you one of them.
She fucking no. The way she hesitated when you asked that, I was like, "Yo, someone asked me that today that ain't talked to me in like 8 months." I was like, 8 months is a tough number because you said how you been, and I went like this. Went.
Yeah, you're scanning the
I
inventory
went
of my
up, down,
life.
up, down. Right now, man, I can't complain.
I never
And that's
thought
where
about
I
that.
am.
The way you answered that. Imagine somebody you ain't seen in like 3 years.
I wouldn't even know where to start. Oh, my Lord.
Look,
Yo, hey Lex, hey man, what's been going on, man? I ain't seen you in a while. It's just one of those.
I was having a good day too.
But, okay, there we go. So how you doing?
Yeah.
What?
how are you?
I'm overstimulated.
Oh yeah. You said that. So what happened? What'd you do this weekend?
You said it.
You was with the kids all weekend?
Yeah. We in the
How old are your kids? Yeah.
old enough. 8 and 5.
Oh, okay. Those are fun ages.
Yeah, fun. They are fun until they're not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been struggling all week because the weekend before, when I burned my feet,
Yeah.
I found out a little later.
You're a burn victim too, huh?
Just my feet. I'm cool. You called me pale. I didn't want to get into that. I didn't want to die there.
I didn't call you pale. I said I was the same color as you.
And then you said, and I said, oh, I'm kind of straight. You said, yes, I was pale. And I let it go.
Yo, that's 2 for 2.
I let it go.
Hey, I hit them shins last week. He was sick. He probably went home.
I let it go.
He was probably home looking
I
at the
appreciate
ceiling.
your kindness.
Yeah, I don't know what I think I'm in the middle of this molding phase that my therapist, because I'm like extra sensitive right now about fucking everything.
Oh.
And I'm like hearing shit like, what the fuck are you
I
talking
am sorry.
about?
I shouldn't have called
no.
you pale.
No,
I feel
no.
bad now.
No,
it's
And
not-
I don't even. Yeah, I don't
He's
like
not
to.
even mad. It's
No,
not
I'm
even
not mad.
mad.
If I was
people's
because
bodies.
because
My bad.
once
That's it,
once I
funny.
get to this region here, this right here,
You're tan.
it's pale.
Oh.
Oh, you mean you're actually lighter than that? Yeah. No. I don't care about the paleness. I care because I'm like, man, I'm out here working.
Bro is fighting not to be
I'm
pale
out here
so
working.
bad.
Stop.
Look,
That's so funny.
One
Don't
of
make
my
him mad.
homegirls at work, she lives in the same neighborhood, and her kids see me, and she's like, and she already knows what it is because I'll be passing by all the Ring cameras, and I just be half naked all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like, yeah, my son saw you the other day. Mom, you know your friend that always got his shirt off, and she knew exactly who it was. And I was like, all right, so I really be out here working,
Yeah.
risking the skin cancer just so I can get just a little color.
Bro, hate pale shaming.
And I disrespected you. See, I know, I did.
Anyway.
Pale
I'm sorry.
shaming.
I did shame him. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're crying.
It's all good.
Oh,
Anyway,
shit.
Oh shit.
my point was,
You good?
I'm good.
Yeah.
my point was I sunscreen up all the time, but I went barefoot in the grass when I was running these football drills, and I didn't hit my feet, and that was rough. Anyway, cool. The aloe vera did its job. We actually got a nice little color going on right now.
Okay.
But what I found out a few days after my feet was shit. The UV rays was UVing so much. I forgot, like, oh shit, you can actually burn your motherfucking lips.
Yes.
So I'm sitting there, right? So I got some like authentic TJ tacos with some habanero hot sauce or whatever. I like spice. I hit this sauce up and I'm like, no shit. I'm feeling real gringo at the moment, right? I'm just like, what the fuck?
Gringo.
But it wasn't like the inside. My insides was
Oh,
fine. My chest,
shit.
I wasn't sweating. Like I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Just your lips.
And I'm sitting here, and they're like, "Oh, you know this big habanero chunks. Don't worry about it." I'm like, nah, man, I don't like this. But anyway, that's not the point. I chalked it up to like, all right, maybe I'm not ready for hot ones like I thought I was. And then a couple days after that,
Fucking crying.
days after that, I'm eating hash browns.
Yeah.
And I put some Cholula on it because that's all they had was some bullshit ass Cholula. And I started burning again. I said, no, this shit is like ketchup. Why the fuck am I burning right now? Then I said, oh shit. And then my lip been feeling funny. I was like, oh, my lip gotta be burned.
Yes.
But I was freaking out. I was
shit.
thinking I was regressing.
I'm fucking dying. Pale shaming. I already got the title.
No. Hey, you know what? It'll turn it up.
What?
Don't.
If you call this shit her body, our choice.
Nah, that's kind of crazy.
No.
Pale shaming is
fuck
just as
that.
great. Just as great.
You better edit my
And
ass out.
it feeds to the white audience.
Do we have any?
Yeah,
Yeah, we do.
we do. They love you.
You right. Do
Yeah,
they?
you're an experiment.
I'm an experiment.
Yeah, man.
Do tell.
Please.
It's like they dropped you on our side to see how you simulated the culture.
He just grew up.
It's like they dropped you over here like you're the experiment. Like, hey man, it worked when we sent him over here. he assimilated into the. I'm fucking with you. Oh
I
man.
don't know where he's going with that one. I think I got more black fans than you do.
Oh yeah. No, I'm saying like you're a plant, man. That's what I was saying,
Am
like
I?
a joke. No, man, I was
No, I'm
playing.
not.
Am I?
You know what? Because
Questioning his
They
own
think
identity.
you're white folks when they see you.
Oh, I could get that
let
vibe.
me-
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's
you
from
get the vibe that I'm a plant.
I
No,
can see that
white
white people
white
would.
people would
Yeah,
think
yeah,
you're a
yeah,
plant.
yeah. Exactly.
Oh, I ain't never thought
They would
about
say
that
you're
till
not one
now.
of them.
Hey,
That's
so-
fucking crazy. That is true.
Yeah, you're not
So-
one of them.
Oh, I know. They made that perfectly clear.
Oh, really?
In high school, right? I had a basketball tournament at West Hills,
Yeah.
right? So I played for Morris, only white guy on the team.
Oh yeah, he is. He
So-
is. I see what you're saying.
So
Yeah.
we're playing, and I swear to God, people think I'm lying about this to this day, but at the same fucking tournament, Jonathan was playing for Patrick Henry, and he was playing whatever, and they told him some wild shit too.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there, and I'm like, and where it's heated, it's back and forth, it's close. And then this guy's guarding me, we're pushing. I'm like, what the fuck is up with him? And then he's looking at me like this fucking face of disappointment.
That word is a great choice.
So there's a dead ball, and I'm getting ready, and I got my hands on my knees, and I'm down, I'm breathing, and he's like, "Hey, you got to make a choice."
Oh shit.
I said, "A what?" About who you with? I'm looking at my jersey. What the fuck are you talking about?
Morris.
I'm gonna switch jerseys.
I wasn't even. He was way down this rabbit hole that I wasn't with him on.
You didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
He was, yeah. No, I got it real quick.
Yeah, later on.
It's time for you to make a choice. I said, what?
Were you winning?
At that, well,
That
we won.
matters.
It does.
No, it was close.
That's crazy that you got to make a choice, but your side won.
We was down. We was.
I'm here with the athletes.
We was down like 2 or 3 at that point.
Yeah.
And then he said that like, now I was like, he's trying to get me to throw the game.
Oh, you.
No, we came back and won.
Yeah. That's
What
funny.
did you say? What was your choice?
He didn't say nothing.
I said it. It was like some movie shit. So I come back. I hit a shot, and I said, "Does that answer it?"
Oh.
And then he tried to fight me, and I was always hit in high school basketball. I was always with the smoke. I was provoking people to fight me, and usually it was coming out of frustration because we was getting smacked.
Yeah.
But this one, nah. But later that same tournament, Santana High School, I believe, told Jonathan, "We're gonna take you out to the desert and bury you where you belong."
No, I remember this one.
I was like, "Yo."
Oh my.
But I'm saying though, like their view of you would be like, oh, he's faking it.
Oh yeah.
Like, you have to prove your blackness to white people.
That's the last thing I'm trying to do.
I'm just saying that's what they look at it like. Like
I'm cool with
like
that.
Gary Owen. Like yo.
God, I fucking hate it.
I know I hate you. I know you hate that comparison, but that's what it seems like. But he
That
seems
is actually
legitimately
a
like
bit.
that. I think
Cool.
Paul Wall.
Like he's been accepted and embraced
Yeah.
by the black community.
Paul Wall's
That's
another
actually
one.
a compliment, you know.
Eminem too. He stayed himself too. But like, yo, you ride in the car with 4 dudes going to the shelter is different. Like, so anyway, hit my head class, man. I did not think we was gonna land here. That, bro, 30 minutes, and we just now getting into it.
My bad.
Oh, shit happens. Do you follow your heart more often or your head?
Which one?
Either one. It's connected to you. So, but then I would argue that physicality would be emotion.
A temporary emotion?
But it's an emotion. It's sparked from an emotion. So
Yeah.
So I feel like, but do you feel like you follow logic more or do you follow your heart? I follow my heart on a lot of shit, and I make my own logic. So I agree with
Yes.
you guys. I do.
Make my
Yeah.
logic.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true for me, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, like today I was speeding, right? Cop came behind me. I'm like, well, I started saying, well, everybody else going 75.
I was going with the flow of traffic.
Yeah. I was like, yo, everybody, but he didn't pull me over though. But it was just like in the back of my mind, it's like, yo, that's my own logic.
Yeah.
Even though it's like, yo, my head would tell me, yo, follow the law because you can't afford that ticket
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like
Right.
that.
So I'm pretty sure that's what I do. So my therapist tells me that I'm too intellectual for my own good, because my brain will sit here and intellectualize the situation knowing damn well I shouldn't be doing it. So it's like, oh, so I follow my heart even though I shouldn't be doing it, and then I'll make my brain make it make sense, and then it turns out, yeah, I probably shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah.
So that's more times than not,
Yeah.
right? Where are you at?
I think that I'm a passionate person, so I would say that I definitely follow my heart, and then again, try to think logically how I can actually make it work. But as I'm getting older, I'm recognizing sometimes following my heart is actually me just being an impulsive ass bitch. And that I actually need to let my heart guide me, but I need my logic to actually make the final decision. So that's something I've been working on in therapy. Like, I just found out I was an impulsive person by my therapist within like the last few months, and I was like, well,
impulsive?
Me? But I know, right? But also like,
bitch, you fired.
but it also, like, I was like, that fucking makes sense. So now I'm trying to approach situations differently, because now that the light bulb went off, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I thought I was being passionate. I thought I was being hurtful. And no, I was just being fucking impulsive. And it's caused great adversity in my life. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to find that balance, you know? I do believe there should be heart and logic together.
You're right, because I guess it depends on the setting then too, right?
Yeah.
Because there are decisions that I don't make because logic tells me that, like, for example, I don't go out often. I went out fucking last night with my homie, right? And I was like, yo, like, it's been like months since I've been out, and it's like, yo, logic tells me, like, yo, you got to get up early in the morning. You got to get these kids ready or whatever. They got practice, or, you know, you can't miss a day for their skills and shit like that. And it's like, yo, like, I can't do that. Like, I can't mess with that. Or, you know, even when I go on trips, right? Like, my heart is telling me, like, oh, yeah, you need a trip. You know what I mean? And logic's telling me, like, yo, you got to get back home. But that's irrational sometimes, too, right? Because, like, yo, let's say if I do something 15 out of 17 times or whatever. That's a random ass number. 19 out of 20 times, right? If I take one day off, it doesn't mean that, oh, I'm going to lose that skill or I'm going to lose touch with my kid and stuff like that. So sometimes logic will hurt you.
That's a good point. That is a great point. Absolutely. You should, in that case, follow your heart. But yeah, I guess it's all on the context of where you're applying it.
Yeah, because even my dad, he doesn't, it makes me think of Donald Glover when he said black people don't make investments. But my dad doesn't believe in, like, yo, give your money to somebody or whatever, or putting it in stock or something like that, or opening accounts. Like, his thing is, you make your money, whatever you can afford is what you got. And it's like, yo, that don't work with me. I follow. That's good logic for him, though, right? He doesn't stray away. He's not taking any risk on business deals. But then again, he's losing the opportunity to gain. Yeah. Right? So it's like, yo, man, like, that logic is cool, but it can be flawed, too, because you can have so much more if you followed your heart. Just saying.
No, yeah. I guess it would be personalized then. My logic maybe it hasn't been a great sense of logic, which is probably why I'm in therapy and on psychotic medicine.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, let's turn it up.
Crazy. So my heart's been crazy, leading me to make crazy ass decisions, impulsive ass decisions. So now, for the first time in my life, I'm having to switch what muscle I flex, right? Yes. So now I'm tapping into using my logic, but my heart will always ultimately decide and guide my decision making, because it has to be in alignment with me. Yeah. So logically, even if it's logical as fuck, if it's not aligned with me, mind, body, soul, pussy, like, I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? So, but it wasn't always like that. I used to be a yes bitch, you know, yes, a people pleaser. Still working on that. But now I'm like, if it don't feel good, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I can see how that could be like an energy drain too, though. You know what I mean? Like constantly serving others. I've never been like that. Dude, I'm partially in.
Why do you think I'm exhausted, burnt out? Like, I literally burnt the fuck out.
Yo, preach is that? Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness?
Yeah, that's people
because
pleasers.
when you're literally, you mentioned earlier, your mom, and playing like a significant role in her life, and helping her through things. And I was raised by a single mother, and my mom we used to joke I was the man of the house, because I can fucking mount a television, I can put together a dresser, I can build anything, I move furniture. I was the oldest girl, and I just learned to serve people. I'm still serving people, and so now I'm choosing to only serve people I want to, because I was depleted, burnt out, depressed, etc., etc.
It's been the hardest part to turn off.
It's like ingrained in us, because we were taught to please, to like gain people's like love and acceptance. The fact that y'all connecting right now,
my third eye is open. I got a question. You care about what people think about you? I've never asked you that ever. and
What made you think of that right now? I didn't think that's where we were going. I'm just curious.
No, because he's a people pleaser.
Yeah.
Right? And
yeah.
in being a people pleaser,
Yes.
though, right? I always wondered why the fuck, no questions asked. If I asked him to do something, he would do it.
Yes.
Right? But
Yes.
It doesn't come from, I need them to think a certain way.
no.
Exactly.
Wait. We about like I said, my third
No, I was
eye.
answering your question.
No, but my third eye is open. Wait. Say that one more time.
Because you said, do I care what people think about
Yes,
me?
yes.
I said, that's not where the people pleasing comes from.
Not at all. Not at all. The people pleasing is a deep rooted trauma that comes from almost like having to, like, in my case, I'll speak for me. I grew up in a really hostile, abusive environment. So I had to learn easily how to read the room, how to anticipate people's needs, wants, moods. So that way I could avoid danger, diffuse
Conflict.
the situation. I could diffuse it with humor. I could etc. So it wouldn't become explosive, abusive. So you start to adapt that into your psyche and on seeing how you can meet people's needs.
No, but I'm saying, like, okay, I think we're skating on the same thing, though.
Okay.
Like, do you care to the extent of what, like, people notice what you did? Not like you're doing it for that, but the fact that, like, yo, I had a part in trying to do the right thing.
Oh, no. Like, do I want, like, if I went to go feed the homeless, do
It's
I
not
want,
for
like, people to see
recognition.
me
You don't care
doing
about
it?
the recognition at
Yeah,
all.
me neither. Exactly.
I do it like she was saying
Yeah.
on the
But
deeper
people would
side.
say, like, the way you guys are handling it is a way of still bringing attention to yourself, though, right?
Which I hate, which is odd. I hate being the center of attention. But I notice that I do
Based on your
organically-
actions, gather that.
And-
Like, that selflessness sometimes is like feeling self-righteous about yourself, too, though.
No, when I try to
Think
get
of all your hero shows.
When I
Like,
try-
Superman is fucking Clark Kent.
But I don't. I
Right?
think the difference is we're not doing things because we're like, yeah, this is gonna make me feel great about myself. We're doing these things because we're like, I just want you to love me. So you're my best friend. Anytime you ask me to do
There we
something,
go.
I'm gonna do it because
But I
love
just
me,
want-
love me, love me.
That-
You know.
Do you agree with that?
I don't know if it's like that aggressive with it. It's more of like, oh, I fuck with this person tough.
Yeah.
And so if there is a way to say yes to this request, I'm going to make it happen. And the way my brain works, I'm going to find a reason to say yes every time.
And see, I've never used that against him. You to this day, what do you think is the most I've ever asked you for?
I don't know.
Just think. Like, what is the most I've ever asked you? And we've known each other for damn near 20-something years. What have I asked you for that you had to go without?
That I had to go without?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have I ever lived with you?
No.
Have I ever asked you for any money?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, for something like that, right? But if I asked him for any of those things, depending on his situation and his ability to do so,
But it's not even that
he
deep.
would say yes.
It's like, it would be like, can you drop me off at the airport and we have a full day of work. We have to pick up our kids, this, and that, and the other, but we are still possibly going to try to figure out a way to help you if we fuck with you heavy and we know you need our help, we're going to get you to the airport for me. And that is where, like, I had an ex-boyfriend who I didn't realize, he said every single time somebody asked me to do something, to be somewhere, to show up, I would say yes. I'd be like, yes. He said, like, literally, they'd say, can you do this? Yes. Can you be here? Yes. Can you? And he was like, Jay, like, you need to learn how to say thank you for the opportunity. I'll get back to you.
Yes.
And I realized that I never realized that's what I was on.
Yeah.
You like that? That was your emotion?
That was.
Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me?
No, not at all.
You gave your air horn.
Yeah.
No, literally, it's because, and I'm assuming it's like I'm supposed to be the person closest to you, but now I feel like I'm on a back burner because you say yes to everybody else coming in asking for something, and that takes away from me and you because I had to go through the same shit,
Dang.
and that created a resentment not only with me but with all the people I fuck with. Oh, you guys are the ones taking away all this time.
No, so you do care, like, to you care what people think.
No.
Why do you keep saying that?
I swear to God,
I'm so
because the way
confused.
that comes across, this is like oh shit, it's
Just
like
because you don't understand it don't mean you're trying to make it make sense to you,
Yeah.
and you're like,
That- maybe that
I found
is it.
something
Maybe
that
you
makes
don't have
sense.
a he's not neurodivergent.
So what
you
he's
know.
saying
no, but I'm trying to
he
understand
found
why you
something-
still do it
he
though. But
found it-
logically, you don't have to. That's the part
It's
that's fucking with me.
because it's a learned
It's really
behavior
hard to
deep in our
unlearn.
psyche.
I'm 35, man.
Same, and we have to literally unlearn the behavior.
I've been doing this since the early 90s.
That's so crazy.
On God,
Like
same.
And maybe because I'm an only child then. Like, I'm maybe speaking from, like, a selfish backbone. Because, like, you have siblings?
Yeah, I have the 3 sisters.
There we go. And then you have a sibling, too, though,
Maybe
right?
I'm thinking you didn't have...
No, I know, because you guys are talking about selflessness and, like,
I don't even fuck with my brother, and I do a lot for him.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that part.
That's the part that's like,
That
yo,
part.
like, it doesn't register to me, like, how you can get stuck in that kind of loop.
I think, well... I don't know your upbringing, but
Right.
for me and what I've learned in therapy is that it comes from specifically a traumatic upbringing, and a lot of times it has to do with you fall into like it's the child neglect. So there's like certain things that you experience in your life, neglect, abuse, physical abuse, mental, etc., and that makes up this traumatic upbringing that then turns you into this kind of people pleaser.
Yes.
So
And I don't throw food away.
I'm assuming that if you didn't have, and I could be wrong, if you didn't have a like extremely traumatic upbringing, like, you know, from your early childhood especially.
I feel like I need
that's
one though.
why.
And I'm not. And wait.
Sorry, you had a fucking great upbringing.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah.
can't trauma bond with us. He's
Yeah,
jealous as
that's-
fuck. So he's like, you guys
I had
can't
a
have
homie
Hey,
like that.
anything.
I had a homie
Here's the
like
thing,
that.
though.
That's a real thing.
Trauma
bond
bonding
is
is
real
one
as
of my
fuck.
favorite things.
Mine
That's what I'm
do.
saying.
I would
I
understand,
kinda
like,
want
hey,
trauma.
We're
man,
best friends.
I want some trauma.
I make it. I make trauma
I
bonding
want some
super fun
trauma.
too.
Oh, you got to.
Bro, because the
Hello?
shit, and I hate to say it like this, but the shit's in style.
No,
right? Just like the
stop.
haircuts. No, I swear to God, like, yo, because we all have something, right? I'm there.
Yeah.
Like, we all have something. Now, the
For sure.
degrees of what it is
Yeah.
completely different,
Yeah.
right? But I feel like, yo, now that people are more open, let's be real, you was open as shit out the gate on this pod,
Always,
right?
yeah.
And he was like, oh, we there now, right? He was like,
Let's go.
He's like, I wish you would have came 2 years ago when I first started. You know, we would have been able to act crazy. But I'm saying all that to say that, like, it seems dope, like, to be able to talk about that shit. 'Cause I be
Yeah.
feeling outside the
Well,
circle.
because if you don't talk about it, you kill yourself.
Yeah.
To be real, and I was gonna kill myself until I started
Here
talking
we
about
go.
it.
Yeah. He said, we're gonna trigger warning.
I was
trigger
gonna
warning.
say that
No,
one.
yeah, no.
No,
Mental
I'll
health.
give that up later.
But you know,
Because I tried to get that shit off to my therapist on some like surface level shit. She's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, why do you do this?" I'm like, "Oh, well, you know, like, why do you do so much for others instead of spending time with yourself or self care?" And I was like, "It's a form of self care because of the joy I get by making others feel good and all that." And she said, "Shut the fuck up."
Exactly.
yeah,
I said,
I'm sick of your shit.
Exactly.
Me shut up. What I do?
That's so
And then she
crazy.
told
Yeah.
it, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it could be that too." All that shit she was talking about, yeah, it could be that too.
Oh man, that's
Can
funny.
I ask a really personal question? And you,
He might give you
I'm
a really
here.
personal answer.
well, you don't. Because we are in this setting, I'm gonna ask this kind of question, but I wouldn't normally ask.
I'm nice and
people.
warm. I'm ready to go.
May I ask how long you've been in therapy? When you started your therapy?
That was
journey?
real personal.
Anytime you're asking somebody's medical information, absolutely.
Oh, shit.
Well,
man,
see,
that's
you're asking one of my other things that I can't seem to turn off is my how I minimize everything. So to me, it's not personal at all. You need my social security number?
No, being in therapy is great. Like, you know, I don't think there should be any shame in it, but it is a medical thing. And
So I've been in like getting real work done probably like 10 months. I started
Okay.
at the beginning of 2023,
Okay.
but that first 6-7 months got nothing done
okay, yeah,
because
it'd be
it was
like
just
that.
the wrong fit with
Yeah,
her.
no, I tell you, it's easier to find someone to fuck than a therapist. Like, it's easier, like,
Hey, that-
it's easier to find
That's
a
crazy
boyfriend
logic,
than
but
a
that makes
It's
therapist.
not crazy
I
at
felt,
all.
I felt her though. I said,
I've gone through, I think, 7-8 different therapists
That's
to
crazy.
find the right one who fits for me. But the reason why I ask that is because I can tell just by the way, the certain things you're saying and your self-awareness, and that you're definitely in therapy, but that you're like a baby therapy. You know what I mean? Like,
That's why I said
you're
I
new
feel,
in the-
I
but your
feel like
enlightenment is
I'm in
on.
this molding phase where I'm
Absolutely.
like, I'm very confused. Shit that I thought I was firm on. I'm just
Yeah.
like, fuck, I don't know.
Yep.
I just had some shit turned up this last week where I'm like, phew. And that's probably why I'm overstimulated right now, because my kids are acting like my kids, and I'm trying to change something, and I'm just like, fuck, I'm
Exactly.
fragile right now.
Ooh.
Because
Yeah.
fuck it, here we go. This whole time, right? You know, we as anybody who's a parent, most of the time we kind of follow this logic like, I'm gonna give you the life I never had. That whole spiel, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna, we want to get them at least one step better than us. Exactly. That whole thing, it's all great, right? Yeah. And then we do it, and we complain about it all the time. You motherfuckers don't know shit. Y'all don't know what it was like, and we start comparing it to us.
Like you don't want them to struggle, but then you're mad.
You don't know,
struggle.
like you don't know the struggle. You don't know how it could be. You don't know this and that, right? And sometimes you say it, and it's like half jokes. But then I think about like, damn, like. I'm always paranoid, like I'm gonna die tomorrow, and they're not gonna know how to be men. I'm always like, oh shit, how much? What is that balance of giving them the exposure to this great life? But then I feel like you need a little bit of that struggle to really appreciate it and go further. That's my logic. And so she's talking about it, and then she's just like, you really don't understand. And she breaks it down how like. As a child, I was in survival mode this whole time. And so she's like, think about all the stuff you did when you were 5 and you were 8, because you're telling me these core memories, and imagine your kids going through it. I said, fuck no, they couldn't do that. They said, exactly. Thank God for that. And I'm like, what you mean? She's like, because you want to tell them about this and that, but you always stop it there and you never say, thank God they ain't got to do that. And yeah, I guess there is a tiny, tiny risk that you're going to die tomorrow. But most likely you're not, and you're going to continue to nurture them and parent them.
I can see how people lose based on how you saying this. I'm not saying you're wrong, right? But I'm saying based on her level of understanding and her way to break that down to you, I can see how like guys will go into therapy, like athletes and stuff like that, and lose some sting with them.
It's not that. It's more
because
of like
that's total opposite of our culture.
That's so funny though, because there's sport, like most top elite athletes are in therapy, and they have said, you talk to some of the GOATs, and they've said that like therapy changed their attack to the game. Not everybody's gonna have the same, because I don't want people to hear you and get scared of fucking therapy. Not everyone's gonna have the same approach.
It was dope hearing it.
No, I agree with therapy. No, what I'm saying is he's absolutely right.
Yeah,
I want to clean this because I want to make sure that I'm not like booing therapy. What I'm saying is he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
But that would make me impartial to things. For example, Kyrie Irving, right? Not very an outspoken guy. Right? He does a lot of good deeds and stuff like that and messaging, but he's not outspoken. You're not going to catch him on Instagram, flashy, talking shit about basketball refs, whatever. He has a very unique, even keel perception about the world. Like they're like, yo, you about to play in the NBA Finals. How you feel? It's just another basketball game.
So let me cut you off real quick, because this is where I was struggling when I was trying to apply what I was talking about with her to sports. And that's where I was confused. Like, damn, like you got to go hard, like all this other shit. You're not going to be able to do this and that. Because I feel like you have to separate the two. Because what her main point was that you're talking to your kids from your past, and what's messing you up is you think that shit was normal, and it's not. And so you're talking.
You see what I'm saying?
You're talking to them as if they're not going to be ready for some. And I'm like, the world is kind of crazy though, right? The world is kind of cold. She's like, sure, but what you went through is not normal, and you are already getting them. You're already showing that they're not going to have to go through those things. And so some of the things you want them to catch on to, they will at an appropriate time.
Yeah.
That's not fair to you though, because you don't have an equivalent experience to compare it to.
But that's why I'm in therapy.
I know.
I want to click on the whole normal thing when you grow up in survival and abuse, because it's so interesting what we think like is our normal. I can tell me and you, our normal is a lot different than maybe other people's normals. And there was an incident when I was in my 20s. I'll make it quick. Went out with a big group of friends. That we would go out with normally. Everybody got super faded, super drunk. We're on the way home in the Uber, the Uber. And the wife and the husband get into an altercation, and the wife socks the husband in the face, right? To me, this was like not a big deal at all. Like, I was like, oh, whatever. I end up like getting home. I think about it now. I'm like, I should have never told nobody that. I end up getting home, calling my best friend, confiding, like, dang, this happened. And it wasn't until it was their response that they were like, what? Like, they were like, da-da-da-da. And then, unfortunately, the news did spread. And the group's response, and even the party involved, once they were sober and they found out what happened, everyone's response was so like, this is so crazy. This is like, oh my goodness. Where I'm like, I grew up seeing people in my family getting their ass beat. So like, it was not like, it literally was not, it was almost like a, haha, this is wild, this happened.
Yeah.
But everyone's reaction was like, this is abuse and this is like terrible. And I'm like, oh, that was one of my first signs. I think I was like 25, 26, 27. I was like, oh, my normal is not everybody else's normal. You know what I mean?
You know, the problem too is sometimes we cluster. So we still think it's normal because, like, oh, well, no, everybody thinks that wouldn't be a big deal. Because I probably wouldn't have said the same thing you did. Like, oh, man up. You got hit in the face by your woman. Like,
would that be a big deal to you if you were in that situation and you saw you were, you know, all in the back row and...
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I need trauma.
Would that be a big deal? If you saw that, would that be like wild? Or?
Wait, it depends on what it... Like, a punch in the face, that's OD. Right, but if I saw like a woman knee her man in the groin, right, I'd be like, yo, whatever he did, he pissed her off.
Yeah, no.
But that's not dope either, though. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you do need trauma, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Loser.
Let me ask y'all this then: how much money are you willing to lend someone you care about?
As much as I can.
Unfortunately,
I want to put a dollar amount on it because there's a number to me that I think is fucking crazy.
Well, I have different levels of care.
All right. Well, let me ask you. So, for my care, my absolute most care is probably about $150.
Really?
Yeah.
The max.
$150 max.
For ride or die, bestie.
My whole life.
Mom, dad, anybody.
Yeah.
I envy that so much.
Wow, me too. That's nuts.
Why? Wait. I need to know what your number is. Don't just say that. What's the number? I gave you the
Well,
value.
that's the whole point, right?
What's the most you've ever
That's
lent
a
to somebody?
great boundary
I
you
know.
have.
I'm like, I know. Calls therapist immediately.
Well, I mean, because like even... No, that's not the same. Because I think letting someone live with me, I feel like it doesn't count the same because I got to be there anyway. You know, I'm going to pay for the spot anyway. Because in essence, if we were to, if if we all live together and you was like, yo, I'm going to come stay with y'all or whatever, we would have to break it in thirds. Right? Essentially saying, right? But to me, it's like, nah, we don't have to do all that. If you need a spot to crash at for a little bit till you get on your feet, you good.
And that's it. That's crazy because I'd be quicker to give somebody fucking a rack than I'd be like, come stay with me for a month.
For
just
real?
because I know I've lived with other people. I've shared spaces. I've had roommates. I know the uncomfortability that could come with. So I'm like,
So
I would
your
rather...
self-peace is
Exactly. But as far as, I mean, I've never had a lot of money to give out to anyone, so I can't give you a number.
Yeah.
But I know that I've given somebody
But
the
enough
last I've had. So,
Okay, there
so
we
yeah.
go.
So
Now we cooking.
so I've literally given the last. Like I have
this a partner?
$1.
Was it a partner?
I've done it to a partner. I've done it to a best friend. I did it to
A partner, I understand.
yeah.
A best friend is kind of hard for
You
me.
know, like
See, that's the problem, right? Because when you have the boundary, you can set something like 150. If you don't have the boundary, it ends up being your last.
but I also
You
think-
over 500?
I got receipts. I'm the type of person you can run off on the plug twice, and I won't learn my lesson.
What's wrong with you, man? Like,
We're trying to figure that
I
out.
know, man. What's wrong with you? So, okay, and damn. There's a limit for me, absolutely. Couldn't do the reverse. No way.
Respect.
I look, this
No.
whole conversation
You're healthy.
is fucking
We have
mind-boggling.
nothing but healthy.
No, we're
respect
just
for
hating on you.
I'm like, you're
Why do I
real
feel like
grown
something's
up.
wrong with me the way she said it? He's like,
No,
hey,
that's how we hate. That's how
you're
we
healthy.
That's how we
Just
hate
stay
on
over
people.
there, yeah.
No, I want to be around healthy people. I'm trying to be healthy.
One of the
Shit.
symptoms. One of the symptoms of our kind of the struggle
Healthy
Olympics.
is so
Okay, now.
healthy is like bland in
See,
2024.
mental health is what really connects
That's what I'm
everybody,
trying to say.
okay?
I need that shit. It's like, damn, I'm outside looking in like, fuck, I need to
Well,
get.
no, but
I'll
you-
come back with some trauma next week.
There's also
I'll come back. I'm
But
gonna
see,
go pick some up at Target.
there's also a reason why it's trendy,
It's so
right?
annoying.
It's trendy to the point which got you kind of feeling like, damn, I kind of want to be over there.
You know what it's equivalent to? I do have trauma, right? Hair trauma. Because all the kids get all the cool haircuts right now. Fucking dreads. Like, if you had dreads 20 years ago, you would be considered like a nasty ass dude. Now it's considered like, the haircuts, the lineups they be getting way sharper. Dudes putting like palm trees in people's hair and shit. And I'm sitting here with my shit just trying to grease my scalp to like influence it to grow in.
You got FOMO.
Yeah.
You let's make it clear, everybody. He has FOMO, not trauma.
Trauma FOMO.
Yeah.
Get my hand class,
Hey,
man.
man.
That's funny. Oh, damn, we rocking. I'm gonna try to burn through these in 30 minutes. I'm
Okay,
gonna
let's
do
do
what
it.
I can.
We'll keep it short. And
He'll
concise.
get there in 1 second. Read them in wheat. Here we go.
Just on that little
Clack, clack,
thing
clack.
of death.
Am I in the wrong for not letting my girlfriend meet my parents yet? I've been together with my girlfriend for 10 months. I've already met her parents after 3 months. She still lives at home and has a great connection with their parents. I live alone, and I've already told my girlfriend before we were together that it may take some time because the relationship with my parents is not good. Now it's been 10 months.
You know where we're going to land.
I'm curious where you guys are gonna land.
I don't know.
I have no idea where either
But
one
the
of you
fact that like you've only been here for an hour and he feels so connected to you,
I love
he wants you to come back next week.
I can't.
He wants to know if you
Did
can
you
come.
not? We're besties.
It's 170.
I think he thought he wasn't gonna fuck with me because of
No,
the
that's not
pronouns.
true. That's not true at all.
He gave you.
No, that's not true. I always look forward to women guests.
No, I know, but the look forward is crazy though, right? Like
we're
this
not
is
doing
him,
as much arguing.
This is him melting in his seat right now. He's so excited
He
that y'all
feels
connected.
safe,
I don't think,
and I like that.
It's been like 173 episodes. I've never seen him like
Leave
this.
him alone.
That's
Well,
fucking
also,
hilarious.
yeah, but
Do
see,
you feel comfortable?
I'm
Hell
fine.
yeah, no, he
I get comfortable pretty easy.
Yeah, me too. And that's
Hey.
probably where he
Which is
remember-
probably something else
You
unhealthy.
remember-
I'm feeling it too.
You remember when such and such felt like at a certain level you was only giving it up to him for a little bit and got mad when you came here and really gave it up? Such and such. I wouldn't say the words. You remember when such and such said, yo, he don't normally talk like that. And I'd be like, yo, if you just talk to him, like he will get like that. That was her level though, right? I feel like my level with you right now is like, yo, she's able to tap in at a level that even I can't get
because
to right
what
now.
did I say? Meeting
Well,
people
that's part
where
of the
they're
that's part of the
at.
FOMO trauma bonding.
Yeah.
There's certain things that I can give it up, but I'll be like, I don't think
Damn,
he's
are
gonna
you
be
the only
right there.
motherfucker I know struggling?
Gee.
No, because in our circle.
It'd be like that. I'm probably the most
shit.
traumatic person
in
in my
our fucking
circle of
circles,
friends.
he might be the only one I know that's
Hi, hello.
Yeah, because I ain't
Nice to
never
meet
seen
you.
him
Me
like this.
too.
He's like, nah, this is me when I'm outside working on me. Like, outside of you.
Leave my guy
No,
alone.
it's just a
He's
level of like,
growing.
it's more trying to break it down or explain it or within what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So a lot of this shit we just stumbled on. A
I love
lot
to
of the
break
stuff
down.
that we're doing, we don't really necessarily stumble on all of that unless it comes through like fatherhood.
Right.
Mm.
All right, well, no, no, don't say that. We not far apart. We still have the same, like, look at me not wanting to break up.
That's not even what I'm doing. It's not
Don't
even
want
what
to
I'm-
break up.
But it's also as I move forward in multiple different ways, not
Yeah.
just therapy, but as I get further away from other situations,
Yeah.
it's probably gonna turn this shit up a little bit more anyway.
No, that's already there. Because, like, your level of confidence, I felt like before see, look how we getting drawn. Long story less long, right?
Yeah.
I felt like before we got, like, here, there were certain things that you would be hesitant about, right? But now, today, right? Because I can't say the other episodes like this, but people have been telling me on the low for, like, the last 2 or 3 weeks that we've been cooking.
Ooh.
Right? Like,
You guys are getting real?
We've been getting more text messages of people saying stuff like that. Normally listen, they're like, yo, like they got like there's a newfound confidence
I
in the
love
pod.
that.
And so I ain't changed really, right? Matter of fact, I would say I've been in autopilot the last 6-7 months, right? And maybe him too, but I feel like at some point we both snapped. And I told you when I got
Yeah.
out of ball of coaching, because I felt like I was in a fucking loop, right? It felt great. Friday, I'm coaching again, but I'm not the head coach. And I'm only there like, and it's later, and it's around people
Less
like
taxing.
I just feel better. I don't know
Yeah.
how to fucking explain it, but I can see for him too.
Yeah.
Like my man's healing. Hold on, let me finish reading this.
I love that. We're healing.
My parents, they never met any of my girlfriends,
Oh, yeah,
nor did
yeah.
I tell them I have one before. But I just don't feel ready yet. It's not like I don't want to never meet them, but rather in the future, maybe in a half a year. But she keeps bringing it up almost every day now. And I feel bad, but also it kind of annoys me that she keeps bringing it up? Am I in the wrong for feeling the way that I feel?
Nope.
Not at all.
What's the longest y'all went with like keep? I am kind of really interested in yours. I don't think I've ever asked you that, especially even knowing that like because he likes to cop out. He's been married since he was 17.
Say what?
Yeah, he liked
shit.
He liked to cop out. His cop out plea.
That's dramatic.
No, your cop plea.
I took it literal.
When he cop a plea, he be like, oh, I was in a relationship for a long time. This time, no. Maybe you can go ahead and let me know of the few that you had. What's the longest you ever waited?
This isn't a great question for me because meeting my mom's not a fucking. It's not like, oh, I met his mom. Everybody meets my mom.
Yeah.
Hoes met my mom.
You can get this dick
My mom
and
just
me,
had
my mama.
my mom.
This dick and me, my mama.
My mom just happy. My mom just likes to talk to people. 1, 2, and she likes to know that I'm not fucking men.
Okay.
That's specific.
But even still, how long did you wait? Like, say you met somebody like a week later, you be like, yo, this is blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's happened on accident before.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah,
But your actual girlfriend though, how long have you waited for that, or they've already met them before they were your girlfriend?
The thing is, it's so not a thing that I couldn't even answer because I can't remember. I can't even answer the
factor.
question. She's met girls like she's caught me fucking before. Like, hey, by the way, and I introduced them right then and there.
I'll keep it a bean with you then. I feel like you would say 10 months is a long time.
To me, my mom, sure.
Or
Because
meet your girlfriend's mom. What if your girlfriend on the flip side then, so you don't cop a plea. On the flip side, you're dating a girl and she says, yo, you gotta wait to meet my mom, and it's like a year already.
is it today? Am I healed?
Oh, I'm on both.
If I'm healed, then I'm gonna understand your boundary because there's some shit you either aren't comfortable telling me, and there's a reason why. There's a reason for that.
Your previous partner, if you never met them for a year and a half, how would
Actually,
you feel?
even not the healed me would still understand that because I'm gonna understand it.
Yeah.
My
I feel
brain is gonna try to get there with you.
But I don't think you're fully healed now, so I don't think
That's what I'm saying. It
'cause
don't
then
matter.
Make it too real for
healed
you
or not. Healed or not. My brain is gonna try to get there. For you.
Exactly. I mean,
I'm not in a rush to meet nobody's parents.
Yeah. And I mean, this question, maybe because the trauma, like 10 months, I haven't talked to my fucking parents for months. My dad, 3 years at a time, 5 years. When I got married, I was no contact with my dad. My husband just met my dad last year after almost 2 years of marriage. So when he's saying or he's saying like, yeah, my family's difficult to deal with, I'm not ready. Fuck yeah, I'd be irritated. Like, girl, I told you that this isn't a safe situation or whatnot, and now you're pushing my boundary. Now you're showing me you don't respect me.
I feel like 6 months is serious to me.
Meeting y'all is
like being with someone for 6 months is a long time.
Meeting y'all is a bigger deal than
be great to me in a week.
Meeting y'all is a bigger deal than meeting my mom.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, but would you be a year and a half in? Because that's what he's saying right now. A year and a half in. If I don't meet anybody, that means Christmas pass, that means Thanksgiving pass or whatever, where are you telling people that you're going? I almost would feel like you hiding from me.
Well, I'm not meaning nobody, your friends,
what
or
we're
this
trying
and
to say is
that.
because you have such a close-knit family, it's normal to you. Me, I'm not rushing because I'm just like, oh, you don't fuck with your parents
but you guys
either?
are, okay, I got it. I get it. Trauma section, I got y'all. Y'all are assuming. I want to normalize trauma. That's why I'm saying it like that, because I accept people whenever they have whatever they got going on. Absolutely. I'm there. But what I'm saying is that you're assuming that things have to be perfect when they don't. What if that person just wants to be close to you and understand what's going on and wouldn't even touch that door again?
But the thing is, if we're 10 months in, you probably know I don't fuck with my mom. So you ain't in a rush to meet her anyway.
I'm not fucking with my mom. How are you going to fuck with my mom if I don't fuck with my mom?
Y'all getting real high and mighty on this. At this point,
I'm not getting high and mighty. I'm telling you how I would feel.
But they're on talking terms. Oh, okay, even your dad, right? You barely, you fuck with your dad, through conversation, but not, through actions, in front of him or going to see him or whatever.
But I've only known him for, 2 years.
It's true.
I get that. You keep trying to assign logic to this one. I don't want you to assign logic. It's the fact that right now, right? What if that person wanted to meet your dad?
I'm going to be like, why?
Because you're cool with this person. This is someone who you confide in.
Can I meet him first?
It's the same way, and the way.
Now Next question.
Can I be the
Next
first?
question.
I'm fucking weak. Can I be the first? Oh shit.
We're respecting boundaries. Next question.
I'm just saying. I know women that will say like, "Yo, man, you hiding me because you're not making me a part
and
of
they
your
need to
life."
go to therapy.
That ain't nobody I need to be with.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I have to know what your like extended family is like.
That's cool. That's for you.
That's actually healthy. Probably a good
because
idea.
it's like, bro, if we go into functions, you say, and don't be like, oh, we're going to Crystal's birthday party. Who the fuck is Crystal? Like, I have no idea who that is, and now you're gonna put me somewhere for 3 hours with people that I don't want to talk to. Oh, who are you? Oh, I'm Carl. You know, nice to meet you, man. Holding beers and shit while the girls go out have a good time. It's like, yo, I don't know any of these people. Like, shit like that comes up, and maybe I'm saying that now from experience. But I would have never thought about that shit maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But I spend a lot of time at my in-laws' house. My wife spends a lot of time here.
You're right.
And at some point, right, your situation was y'all did spend a lot of time over there.
If I were to get married again, I would absolutely. I follow you. I think this question was real specific, so we're locked into respecting that boundary. But you're absolutely right. Like if I were to get remarried, my husband's from Turkey. Never met his parents, and they're both deceased. But moving forward, I would absolutely make sure that I met my fiance, boyfriends. I would want to know who my in-laws are.
Or what if he had a sister that took care of him or something like that?
I would absolutely.
You've been together, or they go to Turkey for a month, and you're like, yo, like I'm not a part of this after 10 months or a year and a half.
And I mean, if they're telling me if they don't fuck with, if he has issues with his dad, I'm probably gonna run anyways because I understand. I don't want to enter that trauma family.
Yeah, if they, because y'all change the circumstances.
Yeah.
He's just saying we not really that close. Not that he don't fuck with them.
Why isn't he close?
But he said they on the cool right now. It's his mom and dad, and they took care of him. I mean, assuming so. We can't assume that like that wasn't the case.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, you're right. You're right. You should.
he looks betrayed.
You should. No, I mean in the extent of I'll always respect the boundary. If the 10 months, I don't care. Like if I'm telling you I'm not messing with my parents right now, and I don't give a fuck what the reason is. To be honest, it doesn't even need to be traumatic. If I'm saying this is not a good time, and you're my partner, respect me. And if you don't trust me, if you're this, that, and the other, get the fuck out of my life. I don't need that anyways.
If that was the tone in here, I agree with that.
If I
but that
met
isn't
a
the
healthy
tone.
person, we had a healthy family, healthy this, and that, and they were pushing it out and they didn't have a good reason, I would be like I'd be concerned, okay?
Yes.
But I still believe that you have to respect your partner. If they're telling you that and you want to be with them, you have to trust them and give them the benefit of the doubt, or else you shouldn't be with them.
All right.
And I'm going to leave it at
I
that.
got more growing to do because I can't even fathom the other side.
That's crazy. I
Because
think,
you over here trying to say y'all spend a significant. You think we was over there by choice?
that's so crazy to me.
I've been on small dosages of my mom for a very long time before it was no dosage. It wasn't, y'all was over there all the
I know
time.
you're personalized,
Not because we
but that's
wanted
the thing.
to.
I agree with you.
You personalized.
No, in your situation, yes, right? But I'm saying for this gentleman right here, I think he is in the wrong for that.
She's in the wrong.
She's
in the wrong. How are you gonna tell somebody?
I'm so shocked that you're there.
Because we're approaching it from two different. You're approaching it from someone who
he's got an ableist
with your
view.
Parents. So you can't fathom like why you're like. Of course he's hiding you. That's crazy to you.
Yeah, okay.
That's where you're coming from.
I know who I'm talking to. You guys like to shoulder the load of things, right?
No, we can just relate to a typical parent relationship.
What I'm saying is that like if something like that is painstaking in your life, it's healthy to like give some of that to your partner. I'm serious. I swear to God. Do I sound fucking crazy?
Would you bring your wife into a fucked up situation? Would you take your wife somewhere knowing that the vibes might be fucking weird?
I feel like my wife would feel like I'm not leaving her. Like I'm not battling it by myself.
She's like, I'm down for the ride.
It sounded funny.
Why do I sound soft as fuck right now? But I swear to God, I felt like it's
and I feel like I'm protecting my man. Like I don't want to put you in some weird ass spot with some weird ass vibe. Somebody might fight. Somebody might get cussed the fuck out.
You guys are the same.
I'm not taking
you. guys are the fucking same.
I'm protecting your ass. So shut the fuck up and wait 6 months until shit's better.
Y'all are the same. I realize now because in that essence, right? That's where we be having faults. Like, bro, you ain't got to go through nothing alone. That's really what that's what that statement
They-
means.
he told me to
That's
shut
what,
up.
that's what that.
We are hella fucked up. We're so traumatized.
That's what that means.
We need a healthy person like
That
you
is
in
what
our
that-
life to show us that.
Fuck it,
Wow.
there it is. I'm ostracized.
Wow. You know, I'm praising you.
I'm just fucking. It's just funny as hell.
On your healthy island over there.
Oh my god.
Wow.
All right, hit my hand claps. That's funny. I didn't think we'd get here. I didn't think we'd get
This
here.
is therapeutic.
The fucking
This is the-
this is why we do it. This is
Jeez.
the only reason why we do it.
Okay.
Monthly free hour of the week.
Dude.
You don't even have to worry about your phone or nothing like
Remember
that.
when you
just-
said 8 o'clock on the evening? I was like, that's the perfect time for me to.
Yeah, you can
get out of
decompress
here.
and you wake up Monday feeling amazing.
Exactly.
All right, shows to watch. Did I bring up Diddy last time?
Oh my god.
I didn't. Okay, Tubi has this this show.
I saw it.
Okay,
You know I saw
the
it.
downfall of Diddy.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna watch everything Diddy related. I didn't check out the Rolling Stone magazine that came out.
Oh, yeah.
Not yet, but I liked it, even though it's a TMZ. I think is the one that put it together.
Yeah, Tubi. It's on the Tubi
It's on
platform.
Tubi, yeah.
But
and,
it's by
and 50
team.
Cent has one too that's coming out that he sold to Netflix,
Oh.
right? And
Ooh.
these are the guys. Look, when you genuinely don't like somebody or hate them, I want to see what you have to present because that is the most locked in people get. So with that type of relationship, I understand it, but this
Yeah.
one. I appreciated it. They tried their best to kind of be impartial because they had
Yeah.
Stevie J on there,
Yeah.
who was kind of like speaking on behalf or not speaking on behalf of
And then
them.
they had old girl from Danny D. Kane, which was the polar opposite, right?
And all this shit that they filmed and put together has been over the last few months. But then in hindsight, I watched it after seeing the Cassie stuff that happened.
Okay.
So-
And I saw it before. I saw it like almost immediately when it dropped.
Oh, and then
so
you
I
saw-
saw
then
it
you saw the-
before the Cassie footage, maybe a
Yeah.
few weeks before, 2 weeks.
So then
Yeah.
the mind frame that I'm in listening to it, watching it, is like, yo, like, you a nasty dude.
You already seen the proof
Yeah,
in the
because like
pudding.
it's like almost like you're like when you're in the public perception and like you're on trial in front of the public type of
Yeah,
thing.
public trial.
Right. And so like at that point it's like,
Guilty.
bro, you're already guilty of that shit. But I liked it because it kind of showed you like where he started from, and then also people who, you know, have been speaking out against him for years,
Yeah.
right, feel validated, like the girl from
Exactly.
Danny D. Kane and stuff like that. Like a lot of that shit
Exactly.
is like, yo, you know what? That sounds like we really pushed him forward, or how blind were we?
Well, I mean, it's domestic violence, right? So let's call it what it is. And this is deep. I don't want to get too deep with it, but it's domestic violence. And the number one issue is that we always are like so shocked, right? I just went on an Instagram rant about this the other day. We're so shocked, right? Like, oh my goodness. But it's like, most women are getting their ass beat, you know. So even watching the documentary, and they did present it in on a more
I got what she was saying, but most was got
neutral.
She meant like it's known that women get their ass whooped. Why
Oh, how did you take it? How did it come out?
That's kind of
The majority of all women are getting beat.
Yeah, statistically,
Oh shit!
most
I
women
thought she was.
are.
She's firm on that.
Oh no, yeah, I don't want to
I'm
give.
not
out, I
saying
don't
you're
wanna
wrong.
give
This was a new
I don't want to
statistic
give
to
out
me.
stats,
Wait.
but I'm saying that across all demographics, race, religion, class,
have had
have
what you're trying to
experienced
yeah, there we go. That's
some
what
type of domestic violence, whether that's emotional, physical, financial, or verbal. So yeah, I could pull up. In fact, I can come next week.
I would
with
call that
numbers for
trauma
you.
then, because I feel like
can
domestic
pull
violence.
numbers.
I would assume would be the physical.
When you add
piece.
all those
it's
types of
all.
different abuses,
Domestic violence is every single one of the four I just said.
I'm probably a victim and don't even know it because I minimize
financial,
everything.
emotional, physical, verbal. Yeah, I've been a victim of all of them.
We're not allowed to laugh about this.
What the fuck is wrong with you today, man? No, I'm not. I'm just laughing because
I'm
it's like,
proud
yo,
of
of
my guy.
all places that you choose to talk about this shit, it's right now here where I'm
And for
fucking
me,
limited.
I
Maybe
have-
it's the best time for
I
you
have
to
like
do it.
no point of reference for him, so I'm like,
And I can't
and
give
I'm
it.
like, oh,
I can't fucking give
and this,
it.
you know me. This
And
is just me.
And he's masterful at this. He's giving us nuggets right now. A lot of us in this corner. He's giving us
nugget.
fucking nuggets,
I'm
man.
getting it. Well, one day when we get, the
Nah,
Patreon.
that shit
yeah,
crazy.
nah.
We're getting nuggets. He ain't even like this in the text messages. Oh shit.
That's because I ain't got time.
But
no more.
based on that logic, yes, that makes sense. I'm with you. But yeah, that's why I fuck with the Diddy. Shows to watch. What you got?
So I watched a movie. It came out last year. It's called American Fiction.
Okay.
It's on Amazon Prime. And basically the premise is got this really talented black writer who's super intellectual. He wants all the deep shit, kick knowledge, whatever, and he wants to get that off. But, you know, the powers that be, the man, all white people want from black writers are like hood shit. Stereotypical stories, all this other stuff.
No, but I know what that is, though.
And he's frustrated. He's frustrated. One night he gets drunk, ends up writing some bullshit under a fake name, and it blows the fuck up, and he's mad the whole time.
Damn.
And and you know, it's got some people in it.
What did you think of it? What was your takeaway? Because I
thought it was hilarious.
You thought it was hilarious?
Yeah.
Like it's like just a regular show?
No, it's a movie.
It's a movie, and it's meant to like.
It's hilarious, but it's also like.
It's meant to stir something.
It's funny because it's like true, but.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm not an author in the literary world like that. That's what
it's supposed to do. It's supposed to have you laugh but question it at the same time.
It's funny because I wouldn't. If you would ask me, because I saw it too.
Yes.
And he's like,
what's the name
funny.
of it again?
American Fiction. Issa Rae is in it. I love her. That's her name, right?
How old is it?
Last year.
Holy shit.
Then it must be trending because I just saw it a few recently.
Maybe it just got put on the streaming platform or something,
list,
but it came out last year.
I wouldn't say funny. I mean, it has humor in it, but I think it's more thought provoking.
Oh, it definitely. I mean, there's that too, but I can laugh and think at the same time.
Yeah, laughing at us black people. I'm just saying it's
here
interesting.
We go.
It's interesting. You thought it was funny, and I thought it was.
That's where I thought she was going. I thought she was going there.
I'm talking shit. I'm 1,000% giving you a hard time.
But
I'm just giving you a hard time.
But that shit is true though. Like when I think of like my man who directed Boys in the Hood,
John Singleton.
Yeah, all his movies they represent black shit.
Absolutely.
All the movies that we like
culture.
for him. Yeah, Ice Cube, everything he does has to be black shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, why can't they make like why can't we have or like black comedy, black hood shit, right?
Yeah.
But why can't we have really dope ass dramas and shit like that?
That was his point, right? Because he's going on these movie lots and he sees black people dressed as slaves. Or
playing stereotypical roles.
Yeah, everything is like,
you sound real Vince Staples.
All the good black movies got to be the ones that are nominated are the slave movie. It can't be just like
Boss, because I'm gonna lose it. But it's funny you said that. I went on a cruise, right? Not going in a long ass story, but they did movie night on the deck. Why was The Color Purple one of the movies?
The new one, the musical, or the old one?
I don't know. I didn't
probably
even go.
because it was the new one.
There's no fucking way. We were all looking at each other. Ain't no way we about to sit up here on this. I don't want to watch The Color Purple.
Watching The Color Purple on a cruise on vacation is crazy.
The musical makes it a lot more light. Lighter fun in the racism.
It's starting to set in.
And domestic violence and everything.
Have you ever been on a cruise?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, y'all don't understand the people that be there. It's like, yo, this is not the crowd I want to fucking delve into this with.
Yeah,
like, hell
absolutely
no.
right.
Hell nah. You be in there like, yo, I just wanted a burger. Like, what the fuck are we up on the deck?
That's why you can't just have this all white staff, all white. You need diversity making decisions because you can't read every room, and that just sounds insane. to be playing that movie on vacation.
Yeah, absolutely.
You heard it right here. Diversity. Diversity team and every work office.
This was my other point that I was bringing up last week. Was that like Jamaicans or like people from like the Caribbean or Haiti or whatever, they don't see themselves as black people.
No.
And that's who worked them ships. So it's like, yo, we go ahead and play their movie.
Yeah.
We can play their movie. Oh shit! But anyway, that's what you were saying something before I cut you off, and you lost it. You probably lost it. Yeah.
Probably lost. Yeah, no, but it's more like his whole thing is like, oh, why does it have to be drug dealer, whatever? Some crazy, The Wire, some shit like that. Why can't it be like some random movie about nothing, just black lead role?
Or love.
He's going through some regular shit. Not regular black shit.
He wanted to really, I think that, but he also really wanted to highlight black people doing like well, so just like as
and
doctors and lawyers,
they killing us right
so he
now.
was just mad because he was saying, like we always highlight these stereotypical roles of black people, but there's a lot of other black people that exist in the world, and they are living successfully and etc. So, but the world and the writers and the media culture just wants to see, which we know this. That's why there's like 6 dominant roles in movies for black guys, you know, like the stallion, the rapist, the light-skinned sex guy. And there's like 2 other that I can't think of.
When you think of athleticism, right? Do you? I know it sounds crazy, but when you think of athleticism, right? Do you equate that? Like, let's say you're watching football, basketball, or something like that. Like, when you see a black dude that could just bounce all over the gym, do you say, "Oh, that makes sense"?
That makes sense.
Yeah, that sounds. Now I know. Now I'm giving Lex a pass to answer this because that sounds mad racist, right? But what I'm saying,
don't set him up.
But yeah. But what I'm saying is that if I see somebody black bouncing around the gym, I'd be like, "Yo, that's within us."
You don't think twice about it.
Yeah, I don't think twice about it.
But if a white dude bouncing around
the
yo,
gym,
that's real.
You get what
That's
I'm saying?
real
Like,
respect.
yeah,
Right.
I had to say it on the other side, right?
Yeah.
So when I think about it like that, right, and this is part of that therapy shit that y'all was talking about earlier too, where I say, "Yo, people lose their edge." When I think of edge, I think like I take black edge like a lot more serious than I do like other cultural edge.
well,
What do you
because
mean? I'm not following.
Like, for example, like if you met somebody who's from like an Eastern European country or whatever, they're very docile, right? It's like watching your boy Jokic or something like that play, or even how the other dude for Dallas, how he is, like his aggression is just different. It just seems fucking European to me, right? But when and it's like I don't take it as legitimate. Right, like, oh, that doesn't.
You
seem
don't
perceivable.
respect it, or you think it's like an act?
Yes, I think it's like
Or
an
both.
act, or it's like, yo, you're copying the parts that you like.
You're playing
of what we
you're
do,
playing the part.
but it's not coming off like, yo, you're not really like that.
Yeah,
Stop
yeah,
playing
you're
with
a
me.
phony, you're a phony.
Exactly. But if I got that same messaging from like a black person or whatever, I'm like, oh shit, he's a dog. He got that dog
Yeah.
in him.
Yeah, yeah.
right?
You
get
wouldn't
what
question
you get
he's
what
a
I'm
phony.
saying?
I get it.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm saying all that is because in reference like to this movie and stuff
Yeah.
like that, it's like a pro-black person would say, you know what? Like, we supposed to have our own shit anyway.
You know,
And I'm pro-black, but I'm
Yeah.
talking about the nation people that, like, if they heard this pod right now, they'd be like, yo, but that's our shit. You
Like,
know what I mean?
The most impactful line in that movie, I gotta get this out, from Issa Rae is it's her and she's arguing with homeboy at the table when they're having lunch. Do you remember? And he's asking her about her book because she wrote a book
Right.
and it just in the same nature, and it was a hit list, whatever. And he says like, don't you feel bad for like selling out and writing these stories so the white media can eat them up and you can just make a profit? Like, don't you want to like show that black people can be more, can do more,
Kevin
like
Hart.
have potential? And then she
Hart.
says this is the key. He says, don't you want to see like black people have potential? And she says, she says the only people who say that someone hasn't lived up to their potential is people. She was like, you're saying that you're saying that black people haven't lived up to their potential because you think they're not good enough right now. So she was essentially saying like, it's you that's uncomfortable with where the state of culture is with black people. And you're the one who's feeling like we have all this potential. She's like, what do you mean potential? Like, we're living in our truth. We're living in our best lives right now.
Also, the undertone of that is that this is what King dreamed of. Like, this is it. Like, this is what I don't know if I agree with that.
It was an interesting take. I was like, I didn't have it either one, but I thought it was interesting that she said that. And I felt it because my whole life I have been told you have so much potential. And I thought it was a compliment. But when she said it, I realized it's a fucking dig. It's a shade. Yeah. Hey, you could be great, but you're not. Hey, you're almost awesome, but you're not. Hey, you could be the best. You have the potential. You have the skill, but you're not shit.
That is some high
And that's how I
next
took
level
it.
thinking. Because with that goes, I was watching the little Kevin Hart little thing or whatever, and
The roast?
No, it was the one where he won like
The award.
Oh, the Mark
yeah,
Twain.
The
the Mark
racist
Twain
award?
Yeah, when he won
Oh,
that.
I haven't watched that yet.
But it's like it's more along those lines, or no, or was
okay.
it that, or was it maybe Cat Williams? I can't remember, but.
There's a few things that have come out.
Yeah, there's
roast,
and I watched
yeah.
them all on the airplane. But my whole point in all that is, oh shit, make sure I didn't lose my point getting lost in that. My whole point in all that, you were talking about people living
The potential.
Their potential.
So if it's a diss, really, saying like someone hasn't lived up to the potential, you're basically saying like you're almost good, but you're
it was
still
Cat
not
Williams.
shit.
There we go. There it is. I found it. It was Cat Williams. Cat Williams said, "Yo, Like a lot of people like to he was talking about people in regards to suicide. Now I remember. I was in between
this his
naps on the
newest
plane.
special?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
okay.
he was talking about people in suicide, and he was like, "Yo, like, why would they do that?" He was like,
Yeah.
"He's like,
I
he's
remember.
like, you know, my world is down and things just ain't going well." And he's like, "Yo, we literally live in the greatest time. Like right now, at any point in time, like as technology and shit like that has improved." That was the best time back then, right? So like all that, we can look at it and say, damn, how the fuck did people live without TV and shit like that? But it was like, yo, they had like operas and shit like that was dope as
Art,
fuck.
yeah.
Art and shit like that meant something that they felt was groundbreaking, and we're reading about those things now, right? So like now is the greatest time. You can fly on the other side of the world in less than 20 something hours in the air, right? Before it would take weeks, or some people would die, you know, trying to
Yeah.
make journeys and shit.
Yeah.
So I understand that. I understand her logic when in context to that piece, right? But I don't think that this is the best of where we could go.
Yeah.
So,
Same. I'm with you.
There you
I'm
go.
with you on that.
And it's the best time. You're speaking like from a technological
Yeah,
standpoint. It's not
exactly.
the best time in every regard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree
Why
with
not?
Cat Willing's statement because
What do you think
at
is?
all.
What do you,
I mean, the fuck?
what do you think? What do you think is the best time then?
I don't know. I'm saying in every regard. I know that sounds crazy. You're coming from a white dude.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
like, yeah, right now, like, if if a time machine popped up, I don't know many black people going backwards.
No.
Right.
No.
I get that
The
part.
fuck you mean?
But I'm just saying, in like, okay, I'm just talking about from a humanity standpoint.
Exactly.
Yes, technology is taking us here,
Yeah,
but there's a lot of things that are like leaving.
exactly. And a lot
Like,
of things that we haven't learned to cope
Young
with
people
because of
don't know how to
technology.
speak because they're so Twitter fingery and behind screens.
don't know how to cope.
It's social awkward. There's a lot of things that are regressing.
Suicide rates have gone up in youth because of device action.
People
The
are
thing
staying
is, yeah,
inside, or childhood obesity rates are up. All these things are going because of
statement
technology.
was-
But
trash.
see, we say that, but we're not changing that because we're aware of outside, though.
Nah, it's
Right.
hard because Cat's like, oh, we live in the best time of the life. Why did you want to go fucking
He's
kill yourself?
generalizing.
Our problem is
He's
we-
generalizing everything.
Yeah.
Maybe overall, that is a correct statement.
But
But
in-
it's so many layers you can't really.
You don't
say
know what
that.
someone in their
I think the problem is we're too self-aware. We'll spend time ruminating on things and ideas and shit that don't necessarily matter.
Too self-aware.
Yeah, I feel like we are.
is that a thing? Can you be too self-aware?
Yeah, I feel like we have a too high level of a consciousness.
Shit.
I'm serious.
Speak for yourself.
So-
brother.
You don't. Do you feel like it's healthy to know the answers for like all the shit that we do know about? Like to the point where I feel like people are misusing that info. Right? You got Kyrie saying he thought the world was flat and all this other shit, or like, you know, someone telling you like, oh no, you could do this, and this, and it's like, yo, why does that like why do we ask why all the time?
Well, why is the greatest question there is?
I know, but that's the thing. Do
Yeah.
we need to know all that? We know a lot of shit.
There-
And there's a
So
story
you're
that
like
we-
ignorance is
He's
bliss.
speaking
is
from
that
ignorance
kind of
is
where you're
bliss.
saying
Yes, ignorance
and
is bliss.
I'm knowledge is power.
There's
I'm
something.
knowledge is
There's
gives you
something to
strength.
both. I think depending on your personality type.
true.
There's definitely times where I wake up and we talk
I wish
about
I
this
didn't know shit.
when I'm on my Earthman shit. I'm like, yo, it's really hard. It's a hard life.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's a hard life.
That's what I'm trying to take because we're never gonna stop worrying about
because
things.
I operate from a knowledge is power standpoint,
Yeah.
but I can totally see the ignorance is bliss, and I envy it as well. Like, damn,
Yeah.
I wish I could wake up and not worry what color trash can I throw the shit in.
Yeah.
I wish I could do this. I wish I could stop unplugging my motherfucking toaster.
Which
I
is
wish I could be doing all these things, but I can't, and my mind won't let me stop.
And I feel like that idea and thought process is why we've been fucking the world up anyway. We're an invasive species as
Well,
humans.
because a lot of people
So
go,
invasive.
"Hey, my act is similar to vote. My action don't matter because everyone else is doing it. So fuck it, I'm
It's
gonna do it
called
too."
the bystander
It's a
effect.
moral hazard thing too. It's yeah. The
I wanna whip my hair
bystander
out.
effect is just it's fuck it.
It's fucking gnarly.
Why do I got to put in the work and everyone's gonna benefit off of my goodness?
And it's contagious.
and they can do whatever the fuck they want to do.
so then nobody does shit and
So
nothing
nobody
gets better.
does anything
It's
and
so
it don't
fucking
get better.
annoying. It's a vicious cycle. It's
I
why
feel like you'd be different. See, you see how much like how much if you were a Doberman and your life is just waiting for Johnny to get home, like yo, bro, that seems so simple. Like you don't have to go to work. You don't have to worry about other like bullshit or whatever. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we're the only
understand it.
species that is doing what we're doing, right? And we're the only species that recognizes that we could stop what we're doing and continue to help the world. We know what happens and shit like that, or how we can tell you how old the world is. A turtle's not telling you that. You get what I'm saying? Like, that sounds fucking crazy to say it like that. But my point is having so much knowledge and information and self-awareness could be harmful too.
Well, with great responsibility or with great power comes great responsibility.
It ain't gonna
Knowledge
progress
is power.
if you don't have. If
and you have to be
progress it
responsible.
somehow.
Or you can be a bystander and not do shit, and you're contributing to the problem.
Yeah, I guess I'm with you guys there. I just think that
simplicity makes life easier. Absolutely, you live in a bubble. You want to pretend like nothing's going on. Of course, it's easier. Doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't mean that the world for our children is going to get better.
I think I'm coming at like any point in time, and just having life is a great occasion, and witnessing
because you're healthy.
Because
you have a great.
But the way I'm thinking of it is like, yo, what you know already is the most that people have gotten to. Right, and that's amazing. And then we set the bar for setting that trend for 100 years from now for people to pick up where we had. That's really what life is, right? In a nutshell. And so looking at that, this is a great time.
Only certain people do that. You say what we know now is the most people. No, what certain people do. A lot of people are lazy now because everything is at their fingertips and they still don't know shit.
Or they think what's worse is they read a fucking snippet of information. They think they know everything and they don't know shit.
So, and this happens too with research and development on different drugs and different things around the world, right?
Here, I agree with you.
Research and development is a very costly thing when it comes to people's businesses, right? So what one country does is like, oh shit, we need some medicine for whatever, right? We're gonna let this other country do all the research and development. We're gonna have to wait on them, but once they do it, we're gonna grab it, knock it off, and so we saved all this resources on letting them do it. Yeah, they got to it first, but we got right behind them, and so everybody goes, well, shit, I want somebody else to do the research and development, and so nobody sits back and do nothing. We don't have progress in the medicines or whatever we're doing, whatever we're trying to develop, because nobody wants to do the work. Everyone wants someone else to do it so they can copy off of them.
For profit. So that's also the thing to remember, is that it's not just avoiding the work or the research or whatever. It's because it costs more money.
Well, I think, was it you or maybe I heard it somewhere else, man, but like the data that they get from us, that's what they care about the most.
Oh,
in a lot of cases, yeah.
Like someone, I think it was you,
but that's not what I'm talking about. But
no, some dude told me. What are you talking about then?
I'm talking about something different. In business, a lot of businesses in general, they don't care about what you're selling. They'll buy your business for your database.
Right.
But
you say that?
No, I don't know if I said it. That's not what I'm saying right now.
Then what are you saying right now?
What I'm saying is, you're saying, oh, right now we have the most information in the world, whatever, but most people they don't use it. They still don't know shit, because the reason we progress is because there's certain people that are pushing it forward. It's not everybody.
I don't think that, and it can't be everybody though.
Well,
you get what I'm saying?
No,
like even back then there was.
But everybody should have. It can't be everybody, but everybody should have a chance.
At every turn of the century, there were people that didn't know shit. There's still the ones that didn't know shit are the ones that pass the information on. Like whoever came up with, yo, we need to start jotting down like shit that we found in our time, and we start back reading that shit. How do you think you know what the Civil War is?
Yeah.
Because someone was smart enough to fucking take history. Take information and pass that information along.
Yeah, but
so that you have knowledge of those things.
But then you got to question who's passing the information. Who's writing the history?
Oh, you're in this whole "are we in a simulation" type thing. That's fucking crazy. All right, I don't want to go there.
I don't know if I'm going that far.
You're headed there, because now you're basically trying to question like the information we've gotten passed down.
You should question the information, especially in our history books.
You don't think a few pages got ripped out?
Accurate?
I think that
people just started learning about Tulsa, Oklahoma like 3 years ago.
I think that the information that we do know, when it does come out or if it gains steam, because part of it is it being passed down. If it stops at some point, right, then that's where you start to have issues, right? Like if that information gathering, like if the world just ended,
a telephone game.
Yeah, like it's a telephone game. Yeah. Life is a telephone game. We're just passing down information.
It is.
If someone passed down information on how to build houses.
So you said that sentence,
right?
No, if life is a telephone game, you don't think if history is a telephone game, that sentence doesn't sound scary to you?
But that's why you have to know your reputable sources. So who are you getting this information
because
from?
Telephone game's nothing fun. telephone game means I'm gonna tell the truth, and by
by
the time
the
it gets you
end-
here, it's a completely different story.
And that
true.
is in the history books,
That's what
actually. That's
happens.
exactly
what
how
I'm
history
saying
is
is,
written.
you're comfortable saying history is a telephone game, and that doesn't scare
You don't have a solution
Yeah.
for that. There is no. What's the
The
solution?
solution is literally what we're doing in this day and age, talking about all these things.
And that's
bringing
why I'm
them to the
saying when
forefront,
only a few people are
demanding
doing something, you have
change.
to rely on them. If everyone's trying to do it, then there can be, hey,
Shit
that
can
shit didn't
happen.
happen like that.
You're looking at this from like a leader perspective. I'm looking at this as a civilization thing. Like, this is the best time. Like, if you have information on your phone, you can figure out. Now, I will say that certain people aren't going outside and, doing things like they supposed to. I just said that last week. But I also feel like, there's information for things like if you are ignorant, you can educate yourself on something that easy.
But his point is not everybody has. There's only a select few that have.
Everyone has a cell
endless-
phone.
Not.
No, man.
They don't.
Not
You're
even
stretching.
everybody-
What percentage
Do you
of the
know
world?
how-
You know what?
What
Oh,
per-
here you guys go.
type
The cell
in
phone
what
doesn't
percentage of
matter.
what percentage of the world don't have internet access.
Okay, so what? You have a cell phone,
Do
but
you know the number?
Okay, you
Don't
have
I
a
know it's
cell
higher than
phone.
you think it is.
You
No,
have a
every-
cell phone, but you're a kid who's taught to never value anything about culture, politics, other people. So what? So what?
But I can learn
So
about it.
I agree
Man,
with you.
pull up your browser
This is
history right now.
This is the best time in life because we have the most access to information. That is available. That
Okay.
is 100%
I'll take
available.
that.
But it is also proven statistically that there is a lot of people who don't have access to that information.
I would say we also
that's
don't have,
where-
like-
And like the top 10 websites in the world are all porn anyway.
I feel like all the stuff in the Bible, civilizations getting wiped out and shit like that, and Nazi Germany, like, we don't have like too many of those things.
I find it interesting that you think that this is the best time in life because of all the technology we have, or you agree with that statement, even though not that long ago
Not
you were
even-
saying having a more simplistic state of mind makes you happier. So more money, more problems. So yeah, we have all this access to technology, which is bringing all kinds of turmoil into people's lives.
Yeah,
versus when people didn't know shit except for what was happening in their neighborhood.
I think you guys are
then maybe
accepting
they
the
could have been
negativity of
simpler
these
and
devices.
life could have been easier.
If you're arguing the negatives of that, yes, because that's of misuse, right? But using the information.
misuse, you can see all kinds of violent shit just turning the TV on. People are
But that's
desensitized.
misuse. Yeah.
Kids shoot each other in video games all the time.
No. I'm arguing from a side that you can use the internet and this information
To better
for
your
good.
life.
For example, like if you know that carbon emissions are killing the ozone layer and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you can spread that message so much faster and educate people because of these devices, right? And what I'm saying is because we don't give a shit about that as a society as a whole, that's the misuse I'm talking about.
No,
It's
the
always the
misuse is
people.
it's not even just people aren't spreading the good information. The misuse is people are I got this platform.
You know what?
Let me misuse. Let me tell you the bad information.
Exactly.
Yo, you watched Life on Our
Exactly.
Planet, the new one with Morgan Freeman?
I did.
Remember at the end of it, and he was like, "Yo, we are the most advanced civilization that we know about on this planet, right?"
But-
and he said, but at the same token, right, we know how to fix things, right, instead of causing another mass extinction level event. But we just don't do it. The fact that we are aware of this now, because I feel like when like the turn of the century, like in the early 1900s when the Industrial Revolution went up, nobody was thinking, hey, we about to
Long-term effects.
Yeah, we're killing the earth right now. No one was thinking that.
Yeah.
We can look back and say, yo, y'all was fucking up. Let's go ahead and start passing electric car laws. Let's go ahead and start offering green trash
Well, that's
cans
what's
and shit.
happening, right?
But there's
America
bystanders.
did it. We didn't know anything. Now we know. And so when the other countries are trying to do it, we go, you can't do that. They go, the fuck, you did it.
Why do we know though? That's what I'm saying, because information being passed on.
But
even the
these
fact of
other
us knowing-
these other countries that are trying to get there, they don't give a fuck about that. We
Nah,
trying
I
to be
know.
like y'all.
Yeah, that's very
But
hard.
Y'all
look
got to do it.
I don't know. Everyone's got this information, like you're saying. Everybody's got this information, but they're still not making the changes, and that goes into the whole bystander.
Right, I'm looking at
Everybody
it.
not doing
You guys
shit.
are worried about people making the changes. I'm looking at it the fact of just knowing that you can make a difference.
Yeah.
you know, because like from a self doubt perspective, you can say, "Oh, I don't think I can do that," but deep down, maybe you didn't know that you could.
I like that.
Like when
I
somebody
like that.
came in, if we came and said, "Yo," like,
I like that.
and this is my last thought on this because I know we've been rocking, but my point is that somebody can hit us up right now. We probably do X amount of listens a month, right? Nowhere near your largest podcast, but we mean something to people,
Yeah.
right? And like people call me all the time and say blah blah blah, and it's like, damn. the times I wanted to quit thinking that nobody was fucking with us or whatever like that, it was like, yo, I'm making a difference for somebody out there. And they come back and people who I thought would have fell off be like, yo, I listened to the last episode or whatever, what y'all was cooking up was good. It's like, bro, just knowing that is light years ahead of just not knowing that and making other decisions.
That's a word. I feel that.
I'm cooking today, baby.
That was a word. That was honestly like,
you don't like me cooking.
I'm not being sarcastic.
You gotta choose a side.
You know, the thing, and that's what I appreciate about you, because I knew I was gonna, like, you challenge me, and I want to be challenged because I want to grow. And so I appreciate when I can feel adamant about something, but someone can really share with me a new perspective. And I really appreciate that I don't always agree with you. You may not always agree with me, but I can still take something from you. You know what I mean?
Right. I think it's part of just, and maybe
shit, that's me. My bad.
It's all good. This is probably what Issa Rae was talking about. Like, we can get outside of like our cultures and shit like that and just really connect. And I could just be dope for being dope.
Yeah.
Maybe I understand it from
Yeah.
that perspective based on how you said it.
Yeah.
So, all right, 3 cheers. You got anything, Lex?
What's 3 cheers?
Anything you want to celebrate or bring shine to? Anything. It's just a little special selection
okay.
for you to put a touch on.
I
it.
love that.
I'm cool.
All right, he's cool on the 3 cheers. Me, I want to give. You know what? I want to give 3 cheers out to my in-laws. Right? They've had a lot of adversity that they've been through. You know, over the years, and you know what? They're always positive. I don't think I've ever seen them down. Now, they do get down and shit like that. I'm sure, like, I hear about it from my wife or whatever, but never with us, never in front of the kids. So, you know, definitely thankful for them.
Yeah.
You know, my mother-in-law is amazing. It's funny because, like, when I first met her, you know, she ain't really talk to me. And I think that was based off of experience, right? Like, she like, oh, I don't know if he gonna have a bad attitude or whatever the case may be. And so, like, she just be trying to check my temperature. Now, like, I didn't even notice it. Like, I came in the house today, I was a little tired and shit like that. Right, and I was like, damn, maybe she think like I'm mad or whatever. But she knows me now to where it's like, so did you have fun on your trip? Like, you know, like we had regular conversations.
Yeah.
So that was pretty dope. So yeah.
Shout out to them.
Hell yeah, 3 cheers.
3 cheers.
What about you?
I got a 3 cheers to my baby girl, my firstborn. She's graduating elementary school on Wednesday.
Shit. There you go. How do you feel?
Petrified as fuck. Do you know what I was doing in middle school?
Yeah, middle school's the
I went to La Presa Middle. Do you know? I had my I made out first time, had my titty touch for the first time, smoked weed for the first time.
Yeah, middle school is crazy.
Contemplated having sex for the first time, and I've had all these conversations with my daughter.
Yeah,
I'm to bring it to the forefront. And so yeah, I'm petrified. I'm excited, but my Jaylee, she's a good girl. She's smart, kind. And I'm really looking forward to this next chapter in her life. And shout out to my girl.
Is she going to La Presa?
Hell motherfucking no. She's going right here down the street. I'm fingers crossed, pray for me. I'm trying to get her into this performing arts school. I submit her audition tomorrow.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
He like that. This is your alumni.
No, when I was there.
You went there?
She might be talking about a different one.
No, she said right here.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah, you don't have to say
thank you.
It's right down the street, though.
I didn't have to. They didn't do auditions when I went there.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Because I wouldn't have been there.
I did go. I went 2 years, too, before I went to Helix. That's where I went to middle school.
Did you have a good experience?
Nah.
Oh, damn. I went to the family day. I loved it.
We brought this up about middle school being the worst of all the schooling. Right, for everybody, because that's when like you just like you see the world differently. Your brain starts, know, like
it's a whole new world.
Yeah, and I was just like, like middle school is just I never want to go back. Based on middle school, like I would have thought I never went to college, graduated from high school. I've never thought like based on where I was at middle school.
Is
I can't tell you if it's gonna be a good experience because the schools changed so much because of the audition process. It weeded out the diversity that we had when I was there. Because
them kids bad as hell. I've been up.
It's not about them being bad, but if you got people that are only like, it's an art school.
Yeah.
When I was there, I had no business being there. So you had like the artsy people, but
that's
then
why I love
you
it.
have people doing thug shit. You have people
Keep
doing
them away from
sports.
my baby.
You had like I feel you,
and that's what I felt when I went there. I told my daughter, I said the reason why I'm so excited for you to go here because we looked at two middle schools, a regular public one and this performing arts one. I said I went for a family day. I met with the student panel. It's middle school to high school also.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, you guys know. And I realized in that process, I'm like, oh, all of the kids here are focused on an art form. They're driven. Like, they have a different focus that they're doing. And I love that. So my daughter is not going to school with with other kids that maybe haven't tapped into that kind of focus or drive, which I feel like kind of wiggles out some of the fucking boy drama, the other things that are more prevalent. Because I've worked in middle schools. When I worked at when I worked at an after school program, I found out that 7th and 8th graders up north, up north past where I was living.
Yeah.
I found out that my 7th and 8th graders were having a sex orgy every Wednesday because that was their minimum day at school, and they would take turns going to different parents' houses, fucking each other all in the living room, and then go to school at 11 o'clock.
Had a standing Thursday appointment.
They had a standing appointment.
No, not north, down here.
7th and 8th graders.
Right around the corner.
That's so crazy.
So this is exactly.
What's the thing?
I have trauma now.
Yeah, so I'm hoping.
Anticipated trauma.
Exactly, same. So.
Oh my god.
Anyways, I
just like the diversity of the different types of people you can meet when I was there. Because I literally.
Do you have a daughter? You have just boys, or you have a daughter?
Just boys.
Okay, I wonder if you felt that way if you were putting your daughter in a drop of middle school. You want all that diversity?
Yeah. He wants diversity.
Just the different people. You
But
gotta
see,
know how to
your
deal with different
therapist
types of
said,
people.
why they gotta be there?
Because my mom was like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting away the riffraff. You ain't going over here." Oh, joke's on you, mom. Lincoln just shut down. Half of them coming over here. We lit now.
Everybody's getting
It
busted.
did. A few of them did. Later, we had some real
So
gang
you
members
went
over there.
you were high school. I'm sorry. Did you graduate from?
Skipper.
SCPA.
Oh, okay.
Skipper.
Oh, you did went the whole.
And that was all. And that's another thing too that you got to deal with. Is at least on the early years. It's when you're in elementary, whatever. These you got six. Well, it's not. There's no more sixth grade.
Just
To my
take the
knowledge,
five.
they were getting rid of seventh too, but maybe they went away from that plan. But you got seventh graders dealing with seniors in high school
Yeah.
on the same campus.
Yeah,
I don't know how. I can't say how I feel
Yeah,
about that because
I
I had
was
to deal
scared.
with it. But it's like
I talked about that.
that's a thing.
Yeah, my 12-year-old will be with 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
And I talked about that it was an all-girl panel, and I asked about the culture and the boundaries because I was absolutely like, don't let me fucking find out.
I'm gonna tell you what, just being there. Well, first of all, like when you were there, they knew that we was in 8th grade, it's 7th grade, and we knew that they was older. So your confidence as a kid is a little shot, right? For me,
That's not what we worried about. And not the seventh grader who wants confidence.
I'm giving her the perception of how I felt when I was there in middle school. Like when I was in middle school, like y'all was older than me. I think you was in high school when I was in middle school, right? My 8th grade year, you were like a freshman already, right? Or a sophomore, right? So they look at you like, yo, little homie. You know what I mean? Not so much
Yeah.
That's what she said. She
Yeah.
said it. That's so funny. She said that it was like a mentorship and not a predator kind of thing or a bully kind of thing.
like, you don't-
like everybody knew, like they're the little kids and we're the big kids.
But then but also the pressure to that was they dressed better, they had money to dress better and stuff like that. So that kind of changed my perspective of like by the time I got to Helix, I felt like socially I was beyond my years. But academically I wasn't there. Helix is way better academically than that school was. I didn't know how to use a comma when I got to Helix.
yeah, it's funny because I do plan on moving her for high school.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like when I got there, that's my true experience of like being there. Because like by the time I got to Helix, I had no problem with talking to somebody who was a junior
That
or
makes
whatever.
sense because you had exposure.
Exactly. Y'all older than us too, right?
Yeah.
Like, but I felt like that got me there, right? That and playing sports, because when I play sports, you play with older kids all the time. You get what I'm saying? Just like you notice our whole group, my whole group,
Yeah.
y'all whole group,
Yeah.
right? Everybody in your class and my class helped out the other classes, like in spurts with our athletes,
Exactly.
right? I played varsity ball, Jamar played varsity
Yeah.
football or whatever. Like we were all been around older people for
Yeah.
a long time, so we was able to connect with them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So yeah, just my experience.
That's actually that's a good thing. That's another plus, being in that environment and being able to feel more comfortable. I guess people that aren't just your peers.
I guess I feel so strongly about it because me living in this neighborhood, I thought about the same because the alternative wasn't gonna be you're not going to Bell, right? I feel like Bell is going to give me all the shit that you were like that you were
Pressa.
saying of.
Exactly.
But I feel like SCPA is the only school in San Diego like that, besides maybe what's the other one? The one that's downtown.
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
near
High Tech High?
High Tech High.
Yes.
Something like that, where like you have middle schoolers and high schoolers together, because I think it's better for them.
Yeah.
Chris about to play with some kids right now that's 12, 13. They can catch, move differently, and it's going. And when I told him, he looked like a deer in the headlights.
He was scared.
Yeah, well, nor like like this is about to be a crazy opportunity type thing.
Oh.
Like yeah, I'm scared, but I'm anticipating.
Like I'm
it.
excited, like a challenge.
Exactly. Like I'm about to really be with the big boys type
Yeah,
thing. You know
that's
what I'm talking about?
cool.
It's like your first time playing hoop. Right? When you probably can't even tell me the first time you got on the court and you was like, yo, we got next. When you felt like, yo, I'm no longer playing with the young dudes no more.
At SCPA, I was playing with the older kids.
Yeah,
and I could hang with them, and it was like, oh, now I've been playing with older kids. But the thing is, I didn't go to high school with a lot of my friends that I lived around. We all went to different high schools. And a lot of the people I lived around was older. So I've been a little homie for a long time. So being in that little was like, okay, it's just older people. Sports wise, I get on there, I'm gonna be fine, whatever. But then I think like, damn. But when I got to be a senior, that shit was annoying. Like being the big homie was like, oh, fuck out of here. Like I'm so used to being around older people
Like,
all
I
the
want to hang out
time.
with the 18, 19-year-olds.
No, and then you got my little brother on campus. Like, man.
On the flip side, huh?
That's funny. That's funny. We
yeah.
tapped into a whole nother consciousness
Yeah.
this spot. All right, we out of here. That's fun.
Bye.
Oh.